Ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. What an amazing crowd. What an amazing day. And my friends, in 31 days, this state, starting with Butler, is going to turn red, and we're going to send Donald Trump back to the White House. I'm so proud on this historic day to welcome President Trump. I know he's en route right now. He should be here in about, I don't know, a half an hour or so. But it is, this community has been so good to me and President Trump. This community is so strong and so resilient. And my friends, we are so proud to stand here in Butler, Pennsylvania, ready to take back the White House, ready to take back this country. Now, 84 days ago, of course, on this very field, an assassin tried to fill our hearts with terror. But we're here to say we can't be intimidated. We cannot be stopped. We won't be denied. We will make America great again, and we're going to do it together. Now, my friends, I know you'll join me in saying we're going to remember July 13th, 2024 forever. Many of you were here, and it is a testament to your courage and your patriotism that you're here again today. Now, you heard the shots. You saw the blood. We all feared the worst. But you knew everything would be okay when President Trump raised his fist high in the air and shouted, "Fight, fight." Now, I believe, as sure as I'm standing here today, that what happened was a true miracle. And on that day, America felt the truth of Scripture. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. I truly believe that God saved President Trump's life that day. And I believe that God is with us right now and watches over this incredible nation every single day. Now, there are so many people here, so many people we're honored to have. It would be impossible to name all of them. I see the great Sean Parnell over here. Sean, you're a hero, man. You were here on that day. We're joined by many first responders, elected officials, and other distinguished guests. And as we gather on these grounds, once again, my friends, we especially thank God for the two great Americans who were wounded and survived in July. That's David Dutch and James Copenhaver. God bless you guys. Now we pray for their full and complete recoveries. And we're honored that David and his family were able to join us today. Let's give a round of applause to David. God bless you, and God bless your family. But our hearts are heavy with sadness, knowing that there's one hero who's not here with us today, and that's, of course, the great Corey Compertore. We're never going to forget Corey. We're never going to forget his heroism that day. And I want everyone to join me right now in sending our support, our respect, our love to the Compartori family here with us today. We love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for loving this country, and thank you for not giving up on it. Now, after the heartache of that day, our nation hoped to turn a page. We hoped that our opponents would remember that before we are Democrats or before we are Republicans, we are Americans. But sadly, our opponents have not heeded Abraham Lincoln's words and listened to the better angels of our nature. Even after that terrible assassination attempt that took one man's life and nearly took many others, they continue to use dangerous, inflammatory rhetoric. The media has continued to call Donald Trump, the guy who actually won his primary, a threat to democracy. A Democrat senator called Donald Trump an existential threat to our democracy. Kamala Harris said that he was attacking, quote, the foundations of our democracy. And I think you all will join me in saying to Kamala Harris, how dare you talk about threats to democracy? Donald Trump took a bullet for democracy. What the hell have you done? The truth is that Kamala Harris and her allies, they attack Donald Trump in order to silence us, we the people. They have declared war explicitly on the First Amendment to the United States Constitution. Kamala Harris proudly says she wants to censor the internet, and Tim Walz said there is no guarantee to free speech. What do we think about that? But we all know, my friends, we all know that censorship is only the first step. Just look at everything they've done to President Trump. First, they tried to silence him. When that didn't work, they tried to bankrupt him. When that didn't work, they tried to jail him. And with all the hatred they have spewed at President Trump, it was only a matter of time before somebody tried to kill him. And that's exactly what happened, not just here in Butler, Pennsylvania, but just a few weeks later in Florida. 3 weeks ago, while these guys still go out there and attacking him as a threat to democracy, another gunman armed with an AK-47 style rifle tried to finish the job. In fact, before the gunman in Florida tried to kill Donald Trump, he wrote, quote, democracy is on the ballot. The exact same words that Kamala Harris wrote after accusing Trump of being a dictator only days before the first attempt on his life. But for all of those watching at home, and for all those who might be undecided in this crowd, though there probably aren't that many undecided voters in this crowd,
Patriot.
but it made me think. It made me think about the leadership qualities we want in a president of the United States. And so I'd like to ask you, who would you rather have facing down, Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping? Someone who is afraid of interviews with the friendly American media, or someone who faces down two assassins and returns triumphantly to the very place that he got shot? Now,
I just want to point something out to you guys that I think is weird.
some
Sorry,
of you...
I shouldn't have paused it. Can I just show you all something? So I'm trying to find my video of us doing the live stream at the Trump Butler rally previously, right? And remember, if you didn't see the video I posted yesterday, we got in an argument a little bit with YouTube saying, oh, you're not shadow banned, right? Everything's legit. Everything's fine. Folks, look at this search. I'm going to post this up here for all of you. I posted at the top, Bald Brad Trump assassination. Where am I? Where is my video? Why is Bald Brad not posted up for? Where is it? If I'm not being shadow banned, where the is my video? Anybody? We got this one that's not even the Trump assassination. It took us a little while to get there. Where's the actual Trump assassination attempt? Here we go. Secret Service testifies. Should be at the top.
And I hate to say it, but Kamala's record of failure is somehow only getting worse. Just a couple of days ago, I visited an area of our country ravaged by Hurricane Helene. The Appalachian region of Virginia, and we know the Appalachian region of this country has been left behind and ignored by a generation of American leaders. But what started out as a natural disaster is becoming a man-made disaster. When Appalachia was underwater, remember, President Biden was sitting on a beach and Kamala Harris was at a San Francisco fundraiser. That is not leadership. That is a disgrace. And now we're seeing reports that deployments of the military and the National Guard are moving at a snail's pace. My friends, who the hell is running this country right now? Because it sure isn't Joe Biden. It sure isn't Kamala Harris. The Harris administration has given billions of dollars to foreign countries and illegal aliens. But now they swoop in and they promise $750 to American citizens who have lost everything. To everybody watching, to everybody at this rally, I want to say, I promise you, when Donald J. Trump is back in the White House, we're going to have a president that puts America first. We're going to ensure that emergency funding goes to American citizens and not illegal aliens. We're going to create record prosperity with low inflation and rising take-home pay. We're going to secure that southern border, stop the drug trafficking, and send illegal aliens back home where they belong. We're going to drive down the cost of housing, drive down the cost of gas, drive down the cost of groceries, and we're going to clean up our streets to make America safe again. And whether we agree or disagree with you, we will always defend your God-given right to speak your mind without fear of censorship, violence, or persecution.
Love it. Love it.
But to everybody struggling, I want you to know that though our country has, yes, been through some hard times over these past few years, I want you to know that help is on the way. We have, think about this, the most generous people, the most abundant natural resources, including some great energy right here in the state of Pennsylvania. We've got the hardest workers. We've got the best values. All we need to restore American greatness is leadership that is fit to serve this country. So more than anything, I'd like all of us to leave this incredible community with a message of hope. Because I honestly believe that what happened right here in Butler is a metaphor for the United States of America. In this land, we may get knocked down, but we get right back up and we keep fighting because in America, hope is never lost. We may face enemies who seek our demise, our destruction, and even our death. They may try to crush our spirits. They may try to convince us that victory is impossible, but in America, nothing is impossible. And as long as that flag yet waves, and I see it's doing it today, there is no trial we cannot endure, no obstacle we cannot overcome, and no defeat we cannot turn into victory. On this field, at this exact spot nearly 3 months ago, we thought President Trump was going to lose his life. But God still has a plan for him, just like he still has a plan for the United States of America.
Right. Right.
We, this movement, we have so much left to accomplish. And after the dark nights of trial, when the sun rises again, our flag is still going to be there, and nothing will stop the United States of America. So I want you all, I know he'll be at it in just a little bit, but I want you all, when Donald Trump comes out here, to give him a true Butler, Pennsylvania welcome, because with Donald Trump as our leader, we are going to take this country back. We're going to make the American dream affordable again, and it's going to start right here in the great state of Pennsylvania. God bless you, Butler. Thank you for having me, and we are going to take this country back. I love you.
Good speech. Very good speech. Now, not to kick in your PTSD, but this should look relatively familiar to some of you. I'm actually going to make myself smaller here. This right here is our live stream from Donald Trump rally in real time. Now, I'll admit I botched it a little bit because Donald Trump is known to show the immigration graph. Now, me covering the Trump rallies, I knew what graph he was going to be showing. And so I covered up accidentally him getting shot in the head. But you get the reaction, you get everything else behind it. So let's check it out. This is what happened a few months ago here when all the Bald Brad Patriots, the Bald Brad Army was in the chat with all of us. You can see your chat there on the right. Here we go.
Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that says...
This is the chart he's referring to. What just happened? What the fuck? Holy shit. Shots fired.
Move to spare. Hold. When you're ready. On you. Ready. Move.
Holy shit. What the fuck?
You ready?
Holy shit.
Good. Shooters down.
Holy shit.
Let's move. Let's move.
Holy fuck. Shots fired at the rally. Is he okay?
I got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Is he okay?
Hold that in your head. It's bloody.
Holy Is he okay?
Watch out.
Oh my god, dude. I can't believe that just happened. I cannot believe that just happened. I heard it. Wow, they just tried to kill Trump. Oh my god. Oh my, dude. Dude, I'm shaking. I can't believe that just happened. Well, anyways. We were there. We were there, along with thousands and thousands of other patriots. And not a good reason to have a popular live stream having a former president be shot in the head, but it was one of our more popular live streams. Everybody was tuning in because, like I mentioned, we were one of the few that were actually sitting here live watching it. And I got to give all of us props in the chat. We worked together as a community, and a lot of the intel that we had during that live stream was spot on. We counted the shots. We listened to it in slow motion. We watched it in slow motion. Our analysis was, I got to say, for a dude in a closet with a lot of patriots having my back here, we're able to decipher a lot of stuff in that original live stream. Now, things I like about what's going on here. I love a lot of the banners, and not just because it's patriotic. There's reinforcement there. Those are bulletproof, probably metal plates being surrounded by all that patriotic banner that's around him. I love the bulletproof glass. Okay. I don't like the way it looks. We shouldn't have that in American society. And I also like the fact that there is right now Secret Service snipers all around the damn place. Now, they may not be on the water tower, but I know I've saw a video of them. They're there. They've been there for hours, scoping out the place with their binocs, going, what do I have? Fuck around and find out. So if you're just joining us, we're waiting for Trump. You should be up next. We just had J.D. Vance. In about 10 minutes or so, Donald Trump should be making his appearance back at Butler, Pennsylvania, where the first assassination attempt on Donald Trump's life. And we'll be watching it together here, folks. I think we all need a little bit of justice, a little bit of closure, not just Donald Trump himself, not just for those that were shot and murdered, but I think for a lot of patriots. A lot of patriots, I think, needed this. And you know what? It's also a good reminder to everybody else that this did happen like 3 months ago, that we did have an assassination attempt on a former president, and the media loved to memory hole it. The media loved to memory hole a lot of things, like the second assassination attempt on Donald Trump's life at his golf course. Yeah, nobody wants to talk about that anymore. It's amazing how that just disappears, doesn't it? It's amazing how all of a sudden you don't hear about it. Not brought up. Nope. Nobody wants to talk about it. We got Donald Trump already on site. He landed just a little bit ago. Here's some video footage of what that looked like. Let's go ahead and take care of y'all right here. I'm going to mute it just because, sounds of jets isn't exactly the most fun. There he is, folks. Our president. Look at that. No issues going down the stairs either. It's remarkable, isn't it? I'm sure he has to be a little nervous, you know what I mean? Just a little nervous. Why? How could you not? You know what I mean? I'm not saying he isn't a tough guy. Donald Trump is a freaking badass, but, a little nerve-wracking nonetheless. Here's a little bit of an aerial view of what the rally looks like. That looks new. You see in the bottom right there? So on the right-hand side is the building that the shooter initially shot him from. But you notice that there's like these, I don't know what those are. Tents? Are those rooms? I don't know what that line is down there. But I don't know if that's to block the view of the stage. Not exactly sure. That's a lot of people. That is a lot of damn people, folks. So here you go. This is what somebody, I think it might have been Jeff, was talking about this. No counter sniper on water tower at Butler. A little concerning. Just a little bit. Now, you might not need somebody up there, depending on how you have everything covered. But it would give some reassurance to a lot of us that, hey, you know what? You have somebody up there, you got them covered. You got them covered. Now, the line is long. I'm trying to find, here we go. Here's the counter sniper roofs. On the roof, all of a sudden, they have no issues. Yeah, look at that. They can stand on a slope roof. Isn't that remarkable? Yeah, all of a sudden. So we'll make sure, again, we are tuned in here, folks. We are waiting for the president. Eric Birch, Patriot fam, good to see you with the $5 over at YouTube. Thank you so much. You guys are keeping the lights on here for me. And look, we brought in an editor. We have somebody, our first person we ever hired, I guess contracted. We got a good deal. Okay, we don't make a killing here. So you guys contributing is honestly means a lot to me. A lot to me. It helps me out. I'm working kind of a side gig to pay for it, but I'm hoping that we can grow from it. I'm a cheap ass, so this for me to spend money to make money, that's the goal. We'll see if it works out, but that just means that much more to me. And you know, hey, I know it means a lot to you guys to sit there and put your hard-earned money into somebody like me. So thank you so much. I really do mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, we're waiting for Donald Trump, and if you're enjoying this, we go live every single day, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, to bring you the news, all the major headlines. We don't just cover one article, we cover a lot of stuff. So if you want a nice variety, well, this is the podcast for you. And what's nice is it kind of sets you up going into your day of major headlines, things you need to know about, and then check out those other podcasts that you like later on in the day and see you know, what they're talking about. Maybe they'll go a little bit further in depth on some of the things that we brought up, but at least you'll have a good idea of what the hell is going on. And there's a lot. There is a lot. We got people saying the roof on the water tower is too sloped. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Let's see what else we got over there in Butler. Just more video of this. I mean, they're really trying to make the snipers like stand out. I mean, they're letting people know, hey, don't even try it. I want to see if I can get a better picture of the snipers for all of you. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. I mean, there's a lot of snipers on one roof. What's that, 3? Like 2 or 3 snipers on one roof. Woo! Tell you what, you gonna mess around. Oh, you gonna find out. That's for damn sure. Look at all the people. Look at all the people. Holy lordy. I'll tell you what, nobody there is being paid to show up. No bussing people in. These people showed up. These people showed up for Donald Trump and the MAGA movement, folks. We want to make America great again. We want to make America a safer place, a better place. And you got to love this, folks. This was there as well. So he has a nice spot, and rightfully so. Yeah, good on Trump. This was posted, I think, earlier this morning or late last night, a shot of the fireman uniform there. So good on Trump, acknowledging what took place. Sad. Corey deserves a spot, and he got it. So if you're just joining us, we're waiting for Mr. 45, hopefully 47, to show up, the best president in modern history by far. We're just waiting for him, folks. We're waiting for him. As I mentioned, we were live in the initial Trump assassination attempt. I just relived that moment. Yep, we were all here together. Not being paid, just love the man. Exactly. Exactly. I love that banner. America needs a fighter, not a liar. Let's drink to that. Just this one's just water, folks. This one's just, I already had too much coffee. I'm wired, baby. I'm ready to go. It looks like PBS is cutting out on us here. Lovely. Let's see what we can do about that. Had a Fox one up. Maybe their feed's a little bit better. Everybody's simulcasting this anyways, but maybe we get a little bit of a better feed. Oh, no, they're down too. Yeah, look, live view's down. Wow. So everybody's kind of pulling the same feed right now, and it just might be there's just too much. So this is coming from DCU Live. So PBS is down. Fox is down. Is everybody down right now? Wow. That's a little suspicious. Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll keep you guys updated. It's yeah. All right. Well, we'll see. That's a little weird, is it not? What happened? Who unplugged the cord? So this is PBS, Fox. Everybody's pulling in from the same DC Live U 10 NBC. Yeah, I could try Right Side Broadcasting Network. I can give them a pull. The only reason I don't tend to put them on is only because Donald Trump is streaming, actually. There's no audio. I don't know why. It's not me. It's them. So we'll keep that going. Let me,
fun at these. I mean, it's like rock concerts when you come to a Trump rally, almost like a football game. And we got Auburn and Georgia on right now. So many people missing football games in order for to see their favorite president. And of course, you know, Penn State's pretty good this year too, and we're in Penn State country for sure. When I was flying up as well for professional football, had a bunch of Steelers and Cowboys fans, and that was fun and jovial, and a good thing that's lighthearted this time of year in the fall to see our American Gladiators, whether that be, you know, in the NFL or college football. Definitely one of America's favorite sports, and a little thing that could take our mind off of the day-to-day gladiator combat that literally is American politics.
Well said, and so true. And you know, it's kind of the same concepts when you really think about the metaphors of sports, right? You want a coach who's going to lead the team and get the team the win, whether they had a bad first half or not. Maybe the first half was a disaster, and they said, "Oh my gosh, we're down. I give up." No, you don't give up. The coach comes in and says, "We're going to change our play. We're going to do it differently, and we're going to make ourselves get that spirit back again, so we can win." And you know what? If we don't win, it's because
because
we didn't do our best, and that's the.
You see those white walls behind the stage? Almost they look like shipping containers. Those did not used to be there. That was the side where Trump was shot from.
Coach us back to a win.
Yeah, just say no to Coach Waltz. Say yes to Coach Trump.
Not that coach. Yeah. Well, listen, that coach was nodding a whole lot at J.D. Vance. I think he liked him a lot. I think he was very impressed, as was the rest of the nation. And that speech tonight proved again, this is a confident, competent, and capable vice president. And that team together, along with Elon Musk, along with Tulsi Gabbard, along with RFK Jr., and of course the entire team of Senate and senators and congressmen and House representatives that are on Team Trump. It's a powerful, powerful, powerful movement.
No question about that. And President Trump about to give a really wonderful, beautiful, somber speech now on hallowed grounds with this.
All right, so we're back. We're back. So I'm going to mute it just because I already know YouTube, you know how they work. They're going to flag us for anything and everything. They will flag me for the music, 100%. It just saves me a little bit of time from having to go in and change the settings and dispute it and trim it and mute the songs. It's a headache when I could just sit here and talk to you fine patriots. Let me know what's going on in the chat. Jeff says they enclosed the whole rally area. And good. Love to see that. Anonymous says this presidential race is like watching a shitty soap opera. Vote Trump. We know Kamala is not who and what she is and stands for. Can't stand when heels are up. It's a big election. I mean, we always say that, you know, very rarely do I like to say like, oh, it's one of the most important elections of our lifetime. But seeing what's happened over the course of the last 4 years, do I think our government's resilient? Yes. Like, we will still have a republic, but it will definitely continue, if not speed up the process of this country collapsing. And we won't be going in the right direction. Do I think we'll last another 4 years? Yeah, it's going to suck. But we had a very resilient government that our founders created, but it's just going to be chiseled away like they have been doing for however long. You'll see them go after your First Amendment rights in some way, shape, or form, right? They've already been doing it since 2016. They're doing it to us right now. They'll go after your Second Amendment rights. What that will look like, I don't know, but I think it's going to turn into chiseling away somewhat. Remember, that word infringe, they love to infringe on that right. But they don't understand what that word means. But they'll continue to chisel away at it nonetheless. Krager says, any of you all fans of UFC? If so, check out post-fight interview from last weekend. He called out the French government and Macron It was great. Always love people standing up to their government when their government is corrupt. Big fan of UFC, by the way. Big fan. Even my dad used to watch it. But that was like a long... I mean, I still watch it every now and then, but that was a long time ago. I mean, to tell you how long ago I used to really watch UFC was they were still wearing the gis. And back then, it wasn't a mixed martial art. It was, hey, you know what? You're into karate. You're into Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Let's see you guys fight against one another, and let's see who comes out on top. Who has the actual best martial art? Who is better? Now it's I got a little bit of Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I got a little bit of karate. I got a little bit of Krav Maga in me. I got a little bit of Shotokan. And so they just sit there and mix everything. And I kind of like that old aspect of like, hey, I want to see somebody that's really specialized in karate and go up against a guy that specializes in Shotokan and see how they go up against each other. So that's why I think it's lost its lackluster. I just don't find it as thrilling as I used to way back when. Ken Shamrock, Tito Ortiz, Chuck Liddell, Royce Gracie, like all those guys, the Gracie brothers. That's the days I miss. You know, familiar faces. I understand there's Conor McGregor, right? There's familiar faces, but I just think people are being swapped out so often. Like I can't keep track of all that. But I'll catch a fight every now and then. And I love Dana White. I like what Dana White does. Starts with freedom of speech, guns, then your liberties. You're right on time, D. You're not late, D. Good to be here. Yeah, Donald Trump should be coming up any moment now. It is 2 o'clock. He is expected to go on at 5. JD Vance already did his speech, so the only person that's up is Trump next. Allegedly, Elon Musk is there along with Tim Pool from what I've heard, but definitely I heard Elon Musk. I want to see Elon Musk up on that stage talking. I think it's a good look. What's this guy doing? Checking teleprompter? Yeah, I think he's just checking teleprompter. It's probably the same height as Trump, so he wanted to adjust the mic. I got banned from posting. Yes, Karen Catmom did. I saw her email. She sent me screenshots. Karen definitely got banned from YouTube for 24 hours for posting. It's amazing, though. Look, by the way, look at our debate comments. I don't know what YouTube is doing. Just in the last 24 hours, I've had a stream of Democrats and progressive left start commenting on that video. It's odd. Go check out that video in the comment section if you want to fight back a little bit with me. I've been on there all day commenting back and forth. It's amazing how, Karen, you say something, right? You get banned, but they could sit there and, in a way, harass me. That's completely fine. Remember, it's all normal. You guys, it's 11 minutes of your life, but go check out the video I did yesterday with my conversation with a YouTube specialist and then a YouTube specialist manager. There's also lefties in that comment section too, and that was just yesterday. It's normal. It's all normal, you guys. Yeah, it's normal to ban Karen. It's normal to sit there for you guys to be unsubscribed. It's normal for you guys to have your comments deleted. It's normal for you guys to have your bell notifications turned off. When I say it's normal, I had them say it themselves. It's normal for something to grow 65 times and nothing to change. So I did reach out to Dylan. Dylan, if you're watching over at Rumble, I know it's your weekend, but Dylan also is a fan of the show. Dylan, I tossed you an email. See if I get Rumble's help, at least somebody to acknowledge the fact of either it's normal or it's not normal. And I want to eat my words. I really want to say like, hey, you know what? Okay, fine. We had the guys at Rumble who I trust look at it and go, yeah, you know what? That is normal. This is what's going on. I wouldn't worry about it. Blah, blah, blah. Or they're going to say, yo, bro, yeah, you being shadow banned big time. More than I just want to freaking answer. That's all. It's not so hard to ask for. I just want to answer. The chat was stuck. I had to refresh. Yeah, sometimes it happens. It happens. I refresh as well. You guys just don't see it on my end. Ever watch Diego the Nightmare Sanchez? Maybe. They started commenting on my comment. Oh, they did. In what video, Pat? I want to go look at it right now. I love the drama. See, I don't, actually talking about my wife, this morning, we went out, I had to get a crown on my tooth. I went to the dentist today. So we stopped by Beach and Seal Beach. You guys remember them? Beach and Seal Beach, Frank and Jen. So I stopped by their store down there on Main Street in Seal to say hi, pop in. And, long story short, I was telling her that, you know what, there's a lot of negativity that comes with YouTube, but I find it freaking hilarious, man. I find it, like, I am not bothered by these progressives and these Democrats coming in and saying all this stuff on my videos, because most of it's not true, right? It's astonishing. One of them wrote this morning, goes, oh, why don't you deal with reality? It's like, dude, really? I told them, why don't you just walk out of your house and look around for a second? You know what I mean? Just like walk around. It's just funny. Like, we don't deal with reality, but somehow they do. Yeah. I think I'm going to start in this information war. Yeah, go check it out. Back me up. That's what it's there for. I need the Dukes. I need the brigades. I need the Ball Brad army. Yeah, hit up that. And by the way, you commenting and having an all-out war with them, supports the show. It creates engagement. So it's a win-win for all of us. We can kick the shit out of these progressives with our words, with freedom of speech. And then it also helps with the engagement. And it just makes the video more popular. And we need to get conservative thoughts out there. So yeah, I'm like looking for my phone like an idiot. I'm like, where's my phone? I'm going to show them. Remember, our camera's broken. I have it up top now, stored away. So I'm actually using my phone as my camera. Jimmy Rick the hell out of that, by the way. So I can't use my phone. I'm like going to reach for my phone because normally I have it right here. Nope, don't have it. It's one about the screw tubes. Yes. Yep. You can check that one. So there's the one about screw tube that I posted yesterday. And then, why don't I post it? I'll just post it in the chat if you guys want to check it out real quick while we're waiting for Mr. 45. If you're curious, you don't have to go watch it now. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, is he coming out? Oh, soon. They're panning it over. That means somebody's coming soon. Here's the video. So this is the one from yesterday. There are some lefties in there, but the one with the debate with JD Vance, that's the one that they're lighting up right now. Yeah, it's this one. I'm like actually reading people's comments as we speak. Here's this one. This is the one that I'm posting right now that they're all flocking in there in the last 24 hours complaining. Yeah, so have fun with that one, guys. Oh, it's fun. A little bit of drama. A little bit of ass kicking. That totally happens. They do it with those. Don't spit the narrative they want. Yeah, exactly. Totally. So if they're panning the camera, that means Donald Trump will be probably entering the stage soon. And I'm telling you what, man, I'm going to get goosebumps if Elon comes out. Again, I always mention to you guys, I'm a conservative. I'm not a Republican. So I'm just a registered Republican because that's the party that identifies most with my values or closest to. But my number one issue is immigration. My number two issue, they're basically almost tied, dead even, is our debt. I mean, we're $35 trillion in debt. This is not a sustainable plan. We need to get this under control. So Elon Musk is going to be part of some sort of commission or board that's going to look into how we spend stuff and how wasteful our spending is. And hopefully we can cut it. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I commented on your YouTube video and it's not there. Oh, that doesn't surprise me, Jeff. Oh, no, Jeff, that's normal. According to YouTube, all that's normal, buddy. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at the chat. You saw everything's normal. Look, I'm dead serious. This seems like I'm bullshitting you guys. Go look at the chat that they said. I put in the video. They said, we looked at your channel. We analyzed. I had a specialist look at my channel and a manager over at YouTube for YouTube creators. Partnership. Like, not normal people looking into it. Everything's going fine. Yeah, it's all normal. Everything's normal. Yeah, you being all that stuff's normal, you guys. Like Paul Wells, who's been a longtime viewer of the Bald Brad Show, has been unsubscribed 3 or 4 times easily. That's just like one name off the top of my head. Jeff just had his comment deleted. Doesn't show up. I don't mean to bitch and complain about it. It is frustrating, though, because it's one thing just to mess with me, but it's another thing to mess with the community that we're building here. And that they're trying to hinder you guys from being able to write things. Like, that bugs the hell out of me. I don't think that's right. I followed someone that has to make a new channel every few months. He's one step ahead of them, but he will never get back to the millions of subs he had before. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, hey, see, it's so embarrassing. I keep looking for my phone. I unlocked my TikTok again. So we're going to be doing that again. If you want to join my TikTok, it is public again. And the link is in the description, but I will also post it here for you. If you have TikTok, we're going back, baby. We're going back on TikTok. So if you're not following me, go over there and follow. Check that out. So I'll be posting probably some stuff again. A lot of my shorts from YouTube back up there. Would love your guys' support on that end. So we're going back on TikTok. I didn't want to invest a lot of time into it because they tend to ban conservative channels. But now that I got enough shorts to just pull from YouTube and pop them up there, I'm just going to do that. There you go, Heather. I love it. Heather says, I love always triggering the snowflakes. Brings me great joy. They always malfunction when it comes to common sense. Yep, they short circuit real quick. Kind of like Kamala Harris did when her teleprompter went down. Did you guys see that? Did you all see that? Oh, if you didn't, let me just pull it up for you real quick. Let's see if we can get it. Yeah, Kamala Harris's teleprompter malfunctions, and she didn't know what to do. Watch her face. Let's see if we could find somebody here. Yeah, here it is. Look at.
So 32 days. 32 days. Okay, we got some business to do. All right. 32 days.
It's not working.
And we know.
She doesn't know what to do.
We will do it.
So it would appear that Kamala.
Now that's what people are saying. Was it truly down? I don't know. I can't see the teleprompter. But that freeze up, like, oh, she didn't know what to do. It's not that hard to talk. What's going on, Shib? 32 days. Yes, sir. It really, I mean, look, I always emphasize this. I'm no special person. I even classify myself as an idiot. I really do. Maybe some of you are like, oh, don't talk about yourself like that. That's just how I view myself. I'm not intelligent. I'm not, like, overly smart. I'm just an average guy that likes to use common sense going, yeah, you know, it seems a little bit off. Kind of like how Adam Carolla does his stuff. Do you know what I mean? Adam Carolla kind of runs a certain way, and he's just an average Joe, just like me. I literally laughed my arse off. Yeah, me too. So, you know, you should be able just to talk. You know what I mean? Just have a conversation with the crowd. Yeah, there might be thousands of people there, but just talk to them. Like right now, there's hundreds of people watching me. It's like I'm talking individually. You invite me into your homes or at work or in your ears on your phone. We're just having a conversation. That's all. It's no different. There's just a lot of different conversations happening at one time, but other than that, you know, just great American people hanging out with them. I will never have a TikTok. I hate it so much. Yeah. CA says, well, at least she's not saying unburdened by what has been. Hey, careful. She just might. You might have just jinxed her. Karen says, maybe those of us who get unsubscribed can email you, Brad, with our screen names. Don't know when we get unsubscribed, we complain to YouTube if that would do anything. So I think what Karen's saying here is, when I initially talked to YouTube many, many months ago, at this point, it might've been last year, when I complained to them initially about what I was seeing with views and how I was growing exponentially, but it wasn't correlating to views on my videos, I was also telling them, hey, my members, my subscribers, my viewers are all telling me that they're being unsubscribed, they're having their bell notifications turned off, and their comments are getting deleted. And they told me, oh, well, they didn't believe me, by the way. And they said, well, you need to go and look back at all your old videos. At that point, I think I had like 1,500 videos, 1,500. I had all this stuff going on, and they wanted me to go through thousands of comments to do exactly that. They wanted your usernames. They wanted a screenshot of exactly what they said, and they wanted me to go through my emails, all this stuff. It's just wild. I have the YouTube chat opened and watching/chatting on Rumble. Love it. Yeah, I'm over there on Rumble. I'll see you guys. Brad, thank you. I see you guys over. I have a dual chat. So Rumble Studio allows me to see both all at the same time. For example, Kit Kat says, thank you, Secret Agent. Oh, is there a troll in here? Ooh, hold on a second. There was a troll, Secret Agent, doing the Lord's work over there. Hold on, what happened? Oh, somebody got removed. Nice job, Secret Agent. He obviously is not okay. Damn it, I missed it. I needed the troll. No, I'm glad you got rid of him. Good. Now, everybody has a right to free speech, but you know what? That's my family you're speaking on. Yeah, I don't know what was said, but good kicking them. Yeah. Maybe somebody could fill me in over at Rumble. What were they saying? That's why we have a moderator. Shout out to Secret Agent. Shout out to Secret Agent. Both on YouTube and Rumble. She's on both. Doing the Lord's work over there. Keeping things clean, baby. That's what's tough when you have, like, remember, because I'm on YouTube, I'm on Rumble, I'm on Twitter. It's tough to kind of moderate everything. So that's why I needed help. In the same way, you know, me coming home from working all day to edit more videos, create content, upload it, edit it, all that stuff, create captions, all that stuff, you know, done by me is a little much. So that's why we did bring in an editor. We have an editor named Franco that's only from Monday to Friday that helps me upload throughout the day. So shout out to him. Greatly appreciated. And that's why I think memberships are more important than ever. So obviously, mostly me footing the bill, but you guys contributing is going to help. Hopefully, we're doing a test run. We're going to see how much our channel can grow from this and, you know, push back on YouTube a little bit here. So I'm always open with you guys when we do something. And look, it's a big thing for me because I've never done something like that before. I've never hired somebody, and we took a long time. We took weeks to find this person. You know, we went through a lot of people. So shout out to Franco for all those clips. So other than my live streams, everything that's uploaded after, from my shorts to a lot of the clips from the episodes, because a lot of you can't watch the hour-long podcast, so Franco cuts it up into those 10-minute videos or less, and hopefully you guys can check those out. Very nice. Thank you for your hard work, Brad, and it will grow, I promise. Oh, thanks, Jeff. No, thank you, honestly. No, hold on a second. No, seriously, thank you guys for tuning in. If I had one viewer, I would still do it. But the fact that we have 65,000 people and then hundreds of people watching at a time is bonkers to me. Bonkers. So you guys, honestly, are what make this as fun as it is. The money's whatever. If we did this for free, we would still do it because it's about the community. It's hanging out with fine people such as yourselves. I mean, hell, Shib's from the United Kingdom. Shib's an Englishman. He's an Englishman. And truthfully, so am I. My father actually immigrated from England, like from Lewisham, England. So I'm a Brit myself, folks. I'm 50-50, baby. I got blood in both. I'm both a patriot and a redcoat. I'm a militia and a redcoat. I got best of both worlds. It's the best of both worlds. No Dan tonight. Well, we do have a Dan. We have a good Dan. I thought I saw him. Dan might be in the chat somewhere. We do have a Dan, so we just want to be careful. There is a patriot that does follow us here, and his name is Dan. But then there's the other Dan, and we all remember that one because that episode went bonkers. So let's figure out here what happened on Rumble. He was saying F America, F this, F that. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, well, you know, it's funny that he's saying those types of things, but it's on a Rumble platform, an American platform, yeah. It's funny how these people say they hate America so much, but, you know, they choose to live here. Thanks, Secret Agent, for being a moderator. You're doing awesome. What is your name on TikTok? Oh, shoot. Yeah, you know what? I apologize. Here, let me post that over at Rumble. There you go. Bald Brad. But there's the link. If you have a TikTok over at Rumble, I forgot to post it. Sorry. Oh, look at it. Secret Agent has my back. Thank you. Look at that. That's what we look. That's why we need multiple people. It's getting to be too much for me. It's like, what's going on here? No, Dan. I'll never forget that episode with Dan, dude. That poor guy. I sincerely, I think I slapped them so hard, like I actually felt bad. I remember talking to my wife about it, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Stacy's just a back and forth, keeps the letter boys running in circles. So they keep looking at the tent. I mean, something's coming up here. I don't know what Trump's doing. Usually he does podcasts and interviews, and I'm a firm believer that's why it's running late, or Secret Service is delaying it. And I wanted to listen to music because they start playing it, but it could be that there is something suspicious and they're holding him back. And you know what? I'm fine with that shit. I'll sit here for 2 hours so they can get stuff under control. Is anybody seeing anything in the feed of why there's a delay? Usually the delay is they don't have something secured or they got some sort of suspicion going on. So I want to see if there's anything coming up here in my feed. Let's see here. Let me know if you guys are seeing anything as well. I'm not seeing anything in terms of why there's a delay. So Liberty says tomorrow is the day I was supposed to have my ballot in because of living in MX, and they effed it up and said I wasn't registered for overseas, which I did a year ago. Doesn't surprise me. The foozery started, folks. Oh, it started. It started. And had it confirmed, but I'm a registered Republican. God bless you for that. Look at that guy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's that team doing? What the hell? Did you guys see that? Is that normal? Kit Kat says in Bellingham, Mass, we would welcome and love him. That's how we roll. I also have had Brad on a podcast in the bar. Oh, yeah, that was you, huh? Yeah, I remember that. That was dope. Yeah, Kit Kat. Did your name change over at Rumble? Wasn't it Catherine before? I might be wrong. Again, I got thousands of people coming in here. I try my best to remember everybody's names in our engagements. Yeah, we did get put in a bar. That's freaking badass, by the way. I was really hesitant on making the joke. Hey, the bar is going to pay for a round. But I didn't want to do that. Oh, what's going on here?
Granddaddy came back from war with a purple heart.
Who's this guy?
Scars. A lot more.
Is he going to make an announcement?
There never made it home, but they ain't gone.
I'll just wait till he gets up there because I don't want to be freaking... Here we go.
Hey, welcome, everybody. My name is John Paulson, and like you, I'm proud to be a proud supporter of President Trump. When he is elected president, he will deliver the greatest economic boom to America
That's awesome.
than we've ever seen. We'll see growth in our energy sector. We become a manufacturing powerhouse. We'll see growth in real wages, which will benefit all Americans. It's great to see so many people here. Thank you. God bless.
Who is that guy? It's just like some fan that walked up. Like, no, seriously, who was that? I have no idea who that guy is. Yeah, there you go, Pat. I don't know who he is either. I'm right there with you, brother. Oh, okay. It was Steve Witkoff. Oh, okay. Who's what to do to make that long walk? All awkward.
Wow. Wow. I wish my mom was here. First, I have some prepared remarks, but I would like to extend my blessings to the Dutch and Copenhagen family, and also to the Corey Compatore family. My heart is with you. This is a beautiful, beautiful town. I was marveling at the beauty. Patriots of Butler, Pennsylvania, it is my honor and my blessing to stand before you today. I'm not just here as a speaker, but I am a dear friend of the president and someone who has had the privilege of knowing President Trump personally, witnessing his strength and commitment to our nation. You know President Trump as a man who never backs down. I've been at his side through some of the toughest moments, and I can tell you, he embodies the leadership we need in these times for our nation. I was 10 feet away from him during the second assassination attempt.
You guys
amidst the chaos, President Trump stood tall. He didn't flinch or complain, not one bit. He chose strength, not for himself, but for us, for me that day, his friends, his staff, and for every American who believes in this country. That's who Donald Trump, my dear friend, is. He's a fighter, the toughest fighter I know, who refuses to be broken or beaten. He faces adversity head on and says, "Bring it on." At the Republican National Convention where I spoke, I shared a side of the president many do not have the luxury of seeing: his empathy. While the media paints him as tough, they don't show how deeply he cares. He feels the burden of every challenge this country faces and understands the...
All right, while we're waiting, let's go ahead and do a quick sponsor here by Be Naked. Now, don't literally get naked, but in today's society, it's tough to be a man in a world dominated by overly masculine liberal women. That's just not how it's meant to be, folks. Everywhere we look, it's gender neutral this. Gender neutral this product, or made for her, that product. That is why we started a company that embodies those of Men's Lives Matter too, with products that aren't designed to be gender neutral or used by people with pronouns. Our products at Rumble are designed and built for men, by men, period. So, if you struggle with low energy, mood swings, or hair loss, that's me. Or if you need to perform better at the gym, maybe in bed, and recover quicker after, throw out all your other garbage supplements and try animal organs. They are traditionally the most nutrient-rich supplements on the planet, but our bison organs are a step above. The grass-fed, non-vaccinated bisons are a species where the weak are not allowed to die and only the strongest survive. So here is our commitment to you for men who have real confidence in their products. Try this today, and if you don't like it, fine, return it with a refund. Go to benaked.com code studio and get 15% off today. Again, folks, that's benaked.com code studio and get 15% off today. It was like they knew. It was like they were talking to me. We got to sponsor this guy because he's bald. He does a conservative show. They knew.
For chaos. We are living in a time that demands greatness. As Abraham Lincoln once said, you cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. President Trump understands that he is the most consequential president in the history of this country. He knows that leading this nation is about taking responsibility for our future, ensuring our children and grandchildren inherit a country that is safe, prosperous, and free. Behind the headlines and the political battles is a man who wants to see America thrive. He believes in every fiber of his being that this country is still the greatest nation on earth and that her best days are yet to come. So as we face this pivotal moment in history, ask yourselves, who do you want leading this country when the enemies of freedom threaten our way of life? Do you want someone who bows to pressure because this man doesn't? Or someone who stands up, fights back, and says, no matter what you throw at me, I will not break. I will not waver. I will not back down. That is Donald J. Trump. He has the courage to face today's challenges and the vision to build a brighter tomorrow. The pathway to peace, prosperity, and strength isn't found in weakness or hesitation. It's found in unwavering resolve. It's found in a leader who refuses to let America be pushed around or let our enemies dictate our future. So, Butler, Pennsylvania, this beautiful town, I ask you to stand with me, stand with President Trump, and stand for the future of this incredible country. Together, we will overcome every obstacle and make sure America's best days are still ahead. Thank you. God bless you all. God bless President Trump and his family, and God bless the United States of America.
All righty, we'll see who's up next. Again, I was told Trump was going to be live at 5. Was that 5 Eastern, 5 Pacific? I don't know. Could be Daryl or the other Daryl. A lot of people are hoping that we get Elon Musk on stage. That'd be freaking... I mean, the place is going to go bonkers. The place is going to erupt if Elon Musk comes out. And mind you, I mean, Elon Musk comes out, that speech is going to... She looks like she was a model. I don't know. I mean, Ivanka Trump looks like a model. Look at Trump's family. Look at Trump's family. Just look at Biden's family and Kamala Harris's family. Completely different.
Pennsylvania, I've never been more proud to be anywhere in my life than I am today here with you on this stage. This is a big family. They tried to take away someone we all love, and they did take away someone we love in Corey, an incredible man. His family's backstage. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. They've tried to get my father every single second since he went down that golden escalator. Laura and I have witnessed it every single day. They tried to smear us. They tried to bankrupt us. They came after us. They impeached him twice. They went after his Supreme Court justices. They weaponized the entire legal system. The Russia hoax, the dirty dossiers. You remember every single one of them. Far-left AGs, far-left DAs in every far-left place in this country went after my father. They tried to pull him off the ballot in Colorado. They tried to pull him off the ballot in Maine. And it has not worked. And then, guys, they tried to kill him. They tried to kill him. And it's because the Democratic Party, they can't do anything right. They can't do anything right. You see it this week in the FEMA response in North Carolina, and in Georgia, and in South Carolina, and in Florida. You have people's houses floating down rivers. And what does Kamala do? She comes out and says, yes, I'd like to give that family $750.
Crazy. Crazy.
We send $200 billion over to Ukraine so beautiful young kids can shoot at each other in trenches. $200 billion. We give hundreds of billions of dollars to Pakistan. They wouldn't tell us that bin Laden was literally a mile away from their equivalent of West Point. We send hundreds of billions of dollars to them. We gave $150 billion to Iran, a country that chants death to America.
Exactly.
And Kamala Harris comes out and says, we're going to give $750 to the person who lost their house in a mudslide. Guys, this isn't politics. This isn't politics. This is a movement of absolute love of hundreds of millions of people who want to save the United States, who want to keep our country number one at absolutely everything we do. And that's why we're going to re-elect Donald Trump as the 47th president of the United States. Guys, we love you. And to a woman that is doing a truly great job in every aspect of life, from being a great wife to an unbelievable mother. By the way, I think Caroline and Luke Trump are the most popular Trumps right now. Did you guys see them a couple weeks ago? Vote for Grandpa. Make America great again. But she's doing a hell of a job as the RNC co-chair. You know, I get to go to bed every single night and wake up every single morning listening about voter integrity. It's really great. I'm really, really excited for November 6th when Lara can turn over in the morning and not talk about voter integrity. But she's doing a hell of a job. Ladies and gentlemen, Lara Trump.
All right, Pennsylvania. Is anybody here ready to send Donald J. Trump back to the White House? Well, we're 31 days away. 1 month from right now, as Donald Trump always says, will be the most important day in the history of America, because this is a pivotal moment for our country. And I don't even have to tell anybody that here. We can all feel it. This is no longer a fight between Republican versus Democrat, left versus right. It is good versus evil. And good is going to win this battle, ladies and gentlemen. And if you had any question whether God exists and he performs miracles, we got our answer here on July 13th, right here in Butler, Pennsylvania. He spared Donald Trump's life because he was not finished with Donald Trump. And he did it not once, but twice. And I've said it time and time again, but now you feel it more than ever. Donald Trump was made for such a time as this. It's such an honor to be back here in Butler. And you know, I knew before Donald Trump even said he wanted to come back here that he would come back to Butler, Pennsylvania, because in life, you can operate with fear and cowardice, or you can operate with strength and faith. And that's what Donald Trump operates with, strength and faith. And that's the kind of leader we need to see back at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. We need strength in this country. And Eric's right. I've been doing a little something with making sure that we have free, fair, and transparent elections, and that only legal citizens are voting in our elections here in the United States of America. That's okay. It's been the #1 focus of the RNC since I took over alongside our chairman, Michael Whatley, back in March. We have had a big goal of recruiting 100,000 people to volunteer as poll watchers, poll workers, legal experts on the ground. And we said, I don't know, 100,000 is a lot. I'm happy to report that we have trained 200,000 people across this country to do that. So our message is very clear. If you are a person who is considering cheating in our elections, we will find you. We will track you down and we will prosecute you to the full extent of the law.
Okay. Okay.
And if you're an illegal citizen voting in our election, we'll track you down and prosecute you to the full extent of the law, and you're leaving this country. How's that sound?
Damn.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Okay.
But real quick, before I go, is everybody in this crowd registered to vote? Well, it could be that you've heard of someone who's been doing so much voter registration right here in Pennsylvania. His name is Scott Presler. And he has done an incredible job. We have flipped Bucks County and Luzerne County from Democrat to Republican in terms of voter registration. And I would like to invite my friend Scott Presler to come up and say a few words to you folks. If you would welcome him, please, to the stage right now.
Does anybody know what time Trump's taking the stage?
And he wore shorts for us today, so check out his legs. Look at this.
There you go, Shib. Now you get to check out his legs. Settle down, boy. Settle down.
I wish I didn't wear shorts today. Mom and Dad, I honor you on the stage today, Captain Robert Presler and my mom, Carol Presler. Pennsylvania, you have the power to change the world. Pennsylvania wins the White House, and so please, I ask you today, please check your voter status, make sure you're an active voter registered at your current address, and please visit vote.pa.gov and register to vote today. A message to our union workers: we want your vote. We want to keep jobs here in America. To our beautiful Amish and Lancaster and across the state, we will protect your raw milk, your dairy, your farming, your school choice, your religious freedom, your ability to afford to have 10 beautiful children per family. To our hunters, 30% of you are not registered to vote. Please, our hunters, support the Second Amendment, register to vote. To our truckers that service us every single day, please request a mail-in ballot or vote early, lock in those votes. To our sorority sisters and our fraternity brothers, please, you have the power. If you're going to school here in Pennsylvania, register to vote legally and lawfully here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I feel this from the top of my head to the tip of my toes. I love our great country. President Trump took a bullet for us. Please use your ballot and have his back on Tuesday, November 5th, and deliver Pennsylvania for Donald J. Trump. Thank you.
Wow. Off teleprompter. Well done, dude.
Thank you.
Good speaker.
All right, before
Seriously.
we go,
That's not easy.
what we're going to do here
Damn.
today, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to make a new memory in Butler, Pennsylvania. And this will mark the moment that this election was won for Donald J. Trump. Let's send him back to the White House on November 5th. We love you, Pennsylvania. Thank you. God bless.
This should say live chat.
There are some moments in history that are forever seared into our hearts. Moments when time stops, when joy is shattered by pure terror, when evil seems to triumph over good, and our pride turns to mourning, all in an instant.
That camera needs to figure it out.
The bravest among us suddenly fallen. Patriots and presidents besieged.
We're back in Butler, Pennsylvania.
Lee, thank you very much, really. And thank you, a very big thank you to Pennsylvania. We love Pennsylvania. And as I was saying...
Yes, he did it! Yes! That's awesome.
Oh, I love that. I love that chart. I love that graph. Isn't it a beautiful thing? But also beautiful because look at the number. That's the day I left office. It was the lowest Border Patrol, the lowest it's ever been. Illegal immigration. Today it's out of control. But I love it for other reasons, too. You know that. So thank you very much. And thank Lee and what Lee has done with that song. And it's such an honor to have it. I want to just let you know that tonight I returned to Butler in the aftermath of tragedy and heartache to deliver a simple message to the people of Pennsylvania and to the people of America. Our movement to make America great again stands stronger, prouder, more united, more determined, and nearer to victory than ever before. We're going to make America great again. Going to win the election. Going to win the election. And to all Americans, whether you are Republican, Democrat, Independent, Conservative, or Liberal, or you have no label whatsoever, it makes no difference. Our movement, it belongs to you. It belongs to our country. It belongs to our country. And together in just 1 month, we are going to usher in a new golden age of American security, prosperity, sovereignty, and freedom for our citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. Exactly 12 weeks ago this evening on this very ground, a cold-blooded assassin aimed to silence me and to silence the greatest movement, MAGA, in the history of our country. MAGA. We love MAGA. For 16 harrowing seconds during the gunfire, time stopped as this vicious monster unleashed pure evil from his sniper's perch, not so far away. But by the hand of providence and the grace of God, that villain did not succeed in his goal, did not come close. He did not stop our movement. He did not break out our spirit. He did not shake our unyielding resolve to save America from evils of poverty, hatred, and destruction. Yet we are here this evening in record numbers. This is a big crowd. This is a big one. This is a big one. Not only to mark the triumph of American spirit, but over, and you know that this is really, truly, in the truest sense, spirit over evil and adversity, but also to pay tribute to some of the best and bravest we have ever known. This field is now a monument to the valor of our first responders, to the resilience of our fellow citizens, and to the sacrifice of a loving and devoted father, a really great man. You know that. Forever afterward, forever after, all who have visited this hallowed place will remember what happened here, and they will know of the character and courage that so many incredible American patriots have showed and know, and they know it at a level never seen before, probably. First, I want to thank the men and women of the U.S. Secret Service who threw their bodies on top of mine without even a thought for their own lives. They were on top of me so fast. They were on top of me, and there was not even a moment of doubt in their minds. You watch those tapes, not even a moment of doubt. I want to thank Secret Service. They're great, great people. They are great people. And in that moment, those agents displayed a devotion to duty that cannot be described, and they did it yet again less than 3 weeks ago when they really did a fantastic job. Another attempt. It was another attempt. We have an evil world. We have a very sick world. My gratitude to them is beyond measure. We also owe a tremendous debt, thanks to the Secret Service counter sniper and a local police sniper who returned fire within seconds and stopped the shooter quickly. and saved many lives. If he didn't stop, he saved many lives. He had a lot of bullets, a lot of ammunition up there with him. And we are, just amazing when you think they did it so quickly without any knowledge of what was going on, boom. And had that not happened, it would have been a very different story. It would have been potentially many people. I also want to express our thanks to the Butler Township Police Department, incredible people. The Butler Sheriff's deputies, Pennsylvania State Police, and all of the other law enforcement heroes, as well as the emergency personnel and doctors, the medical teams at Butler Memorial Hospital, Allegheny General Hospital, who rushed me and rushed some of these very badly wounded people. They were wounded, a lot of badly wounded people, and in particular, two people. And I tell you, they were very brave and great people. They were big Trump fans, and they still are. That means something. That was pretty amazing. You know, when I got up, I asked whether or not anybody was killed. I assumed that there would be a lot because I heard the bullets winging right over my head. They said probably 3. The doctors did such an incredible job. It was one great gentleman, but the other 2 have been amazing, actually. They've gone through it. They've gone through a lot. And when the crisis struck, they did really Pennsylvania proud. You've heard that expression, Pennsylvania proud. It's a great place. I went to school. I went to college in Pennsylvania. It's a great place. The people are incredible. Also, and I have to say, after returning to the field tonight, is one of the really brave Americans who was hit by the assassin's bullet, U.S. Marine veteran David Dutch. David, thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you, David. And David, we're thrilled to see your recovery is going well. Great doctors up here, I have to tell you, great doctors. Your courage is really an inspiration to us all, so I want to thank you very much, David. A great gentleman, great gentleman. I want to send our love to someone who could not be here because he has just undergone a major surgery related to the shooting. A man who was really badly wounded, like David, James Copenhagen. Because James was a wonderful man, a big Trump fan. And Mr. Copenhagen is out there watching us right now, but he's in a hospital where they did some additional work, but he's in great shape. He wanted to be here so badly, but he's in great shape, and we appreciate it, and we're looking to his full and complete recovery. He will have a complete recovery. Thank you. Thank you very much. And of course, there's one more hero who could not make it back here tonight because he is no longer with us, right? You know who that is, right? Corey, our beautiful Corey. Corey is not with us tonight, and he should be. And we all miss him. He's become somewhat of a folk hero, I have to tell you. Who is with us is his beautiful wife and daughters and relatives, sister. Please, where are you? Where are they sitting? There they are. There's a lot of people. It's not easy to find people in this audience. Goes back further than you can see. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Great family, a great, incredible family. And he loved you a lot. And, you know, his wife said something very beautiful. The public, a lot of people, all of us, a lot of people have been very generous. And she said, I'd rather have my husband. That's a good thing to say. That's a good thing to say. I'd rather have my husband. Corey Comparator was an incredible husband and father, a devout Christian, a veteran, and a proud former fire chief, very respected within the town. Everybody knew him. Few men volunteered to run into fires, but Corey was one of those who did. He ran into fires. I spoke to people that were with this guy would do anything. He was brave, right? Brave guy like you. And he was also a protector who put his life on the line for others, and he loved doing it. And when the sound of gunshots pierced the air on that July evening, Corey leapt into the fire one more time. In his last seconds of this earth, he threw himself on the top of his wife and daughters. He didn't want them hurt. He threw himself. He said he knew what was happening. He didn't want them hurt. And he was hit hard. He was hit hard. And he gave his life to shield their lives. Every father and husband in America hopes that if the time came, we would have what Corey had. Tremendous courage, tremendous guts, and he wanted to protect his family, and he did protect his family. At this time, it is 6/11, 12 weeks to the minute that the shooting began. I would like to ask everyone to join me in a moment of silence. Now that is what you call a voice. One of the greatest opera singers in the world, and Christopher Macchio, who's truly a great talent, is going to be back when I leave, and I'm going to stay backstage watching every song. He's going to sing 3 or 4 great songs, Nessa Dorma and others. And so I wouldn't leave your seat too fast when we're finished today, but this is in honor of 3 great people, actually, 3 great, and in particular, Corey. And we appreciate it, but that is a real voice, isn't it, huh? That's not... What do you think, Mr. Future Vice President? Pretty good, right? I don't know if you could do that, JD. I don't know. I don't think JD can do that. In the face of murderous hate, Corey answered.
Yeah, I didn't think that was live
most
either.
Selfless kind of love. We are joined this evening by Corey's incredible widow, Helen, his 2 precious daughters, Kaylee and Allison, and his sisters, Kelly and Dawn. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is an incredible tribute. This is a tribute like no other, and he deserves it. To Helen and the entire family, I can only begin to imagine the depths of your grief, but I want you to know that just like you, we will carry his memory in our hearts for as long as we live. Everybody in this stadium and everybody that was there on that tragic evening, we are thinking about Corey. We think about him a lot. I know he's looking down on us right now from heaven, smiling at his beloved wife and daughters and his mother, Karen, and his entire family. And he's with you, and he's going to be with us for a long time because, you know, some people just don't die in vain, and what he's left behind is incredible. And so God bless you, Corey. God bless you. Thank you very much. God bless you. You know, I just one little story. Helen told me that on the day that they came to the rally, Corey was really excited because somebody gave him great seats right up front here with the people from North Carolina, the ladies from North Carolina. This is their 227th rally. I don't know what's going on with them. Those beautiful ladies.
Wow.
But they always seem to have good seats. You know? But Corey had the best seat in the house, and he was telling his wife and family on the way over in the car, he said, I'm telling you, he's going to invite me up on the stage, because I do that sometimes. I take people, we invite them up on the stage. And she smiled, thinking it'll never happen. And little did anyone realize that Corey would be on the stage 3 months later in an almost immortal position. And that's where he is today. He's on the stage in a, I think it's a truly immortal position. So the love that he showed on that day and throughout his life is the love that sustains the entire movement, love that our families have, and it's love of our communities and love of our country. It's a force more powerful than any hatred and malice, because even in the darkest hours, it shines forth as a guide, and it guides us like nothing could ever guide us. It guides us really like a candle in the night. And so it's love like Corey's that is joining us to save our country, that's going to heal our country, and that is going to reunite our country as one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So what our opponents have never understood is that this movement has never been about me. It's always been about you. It's been about a lot of people, millions and millions of people, the biggest ever in the history of this country, maybe anywhere. And everyday people who are the heart and soul of our country. They love our movement, they love our country, and they know they're doing right. Your hopes are my hopes, your dreams are my dreams, and your future is what I am fighting for every single day. And now I have a great companion in J.D. Vance. How good was he the other night? How good?
He was good. He was good.
He was great. He was great. But from the very beginning of this journey, I've been on a mission to rescue our country from a failed and very corrupt political establishment, very corrupt. We have to change it. We have to change it. We need also a very free and open press, and to give it back to the country you believe in and I believe in. It's a country that we were born in and the country that you deserve. You deserve this. In that mission, I will never quit. I will never bend. I will never break. I will never yield, not even in the face of death itself. And I believe that every citizen deserves an America with a grand, very, very grand ambition, great opportunities, and limitless. We just want limitless potential. We want an America where you can get ahead and be proud of life and provide for your family in a really decent way, where we don't have crime. We have a fabulous military to protect us from evil. We have, everything has to be the best. We have to have the best schools. We have to have strong borders. We don't want bad people coming in and hurting us. We don't want to have open borders, do we? You deserve a government that protects and respects its own citizens, that defends your sovereignty, your security, and your dignity and your freedom. You deserve a nation that builds things, again, makes things better, that aims for the stars once more, and that once again commands respect. And we want to get respect like we had it 4 years ago. The entire world respected us. They respected us. They respected us more than they've ever respected us. And now they laugh at us. We can't have them laugh at us, can we? Above all, you deserve leadership in Washington that does not answer to the lobbyists, to the bureaucrats, or to the corrupt special interests, but answers only to you, the hardworking citizens of America, of which there are a lot of them. We have a lot of them. We have a lot of them. Over the past 8 years, those who want to stop us from achieving this future have slandered me, impeached me, indicted me, tried to throw me off the ballot, and who knows, maybe even tried to kill me. But I've never stopped fighting for you, and I never will. Never will. Never gonna stop. Thank you. Thank you. And in turn, you have always stood with me. You have always stood with me, no matter what. You saw what was going on. You saw the hoaxes and the scams. You saw everything that went on. We are a team. We're a great team, I think. We're probably the best team ever in the history of our country, if you really think about it. We've fought together. We have endured together. We have pushed onward together. And right here in Pennsylvania, we have bled together. We've bled. We've had 3 people that really got hit hard. 2 of them made it. Great doctors, great doctors. They weren't supposed to make it. I wasn't supposed to make it. People said, my great doctor at Butler said, sir, you're the luckiest man alive. This would be a good time for you to go out and buy a lottery ticket. I've never seen anything like. I almost went out and bought a lottery ticket. I'll take it. And 31 days from now, here in this great Commonwealth, and all across our land, we are going to win together. We are going to vote together. We're going to win the greatest election in the history of our country, maybe the greatest election all time. After we all have been through all of this together, nobody's gone through what we've gone through. Nobody. Because I go through it, you're going through it too. But there's never been anything like this. You know, I always say there's an enemy from within and there's an outside enemy. And if you're smart, the outside enemy is not going to be a problem. Russia, China, North Korea, we're not going to have a problem if you have a smart president. If you have not such a smart president, then it's a problem. But we have an enemy from within, which I think is much more dangerous than the outside enemy. We stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. We can make these the 4 greatest years. We'll turn it around so fast that your head will spin.
Hope so. I hope so.
With victory on November 5th, we are going to redeem America's promise and unlock the extraordinary future that is just within our reach. It is now within our reach. Think of it, 1 month from today, 1 month.
Crazy.
We got to get there. We got to get there. They'll drop all sorts of bombs. They'll be hitting you, JD. They'll be hitting me. These people, they'll hit and hit. But I think we've almost become immune to it, haven't we? We've become immune to it. You got a little dose of it, a couple of little doses. No, that's the only way. That's the only way they can even think about winning, with open borders. Who wants open borders? Who wants men playing in women's sports? Who wants sex change operations for illegal aliens in holding bins? No, I don't think so. We will begin a new era of soaring income, skyrocketing wealth, millions and millions of new jobs, and a booming middle class. We're going to boom like we've never boomed before.
How's the audio?
And we're going to unleash a manufacturing renaissance right here in Pennsylvania, including fracking like we've never fracked before. We're going to frack, frack, frack. You know, our opponent said, there'll be no fracking, no fracking. We'll never frack, we'll never frack. Then she started seeing poll numbers, by the way. And by the way, speaking of poll numbers, do you mind if I mention poll numbers? Because I only mention them when they're good. I never mention it. But one that's hit me really amazingly, Rasmussen, very highly respected poll. JD, it just came out. I don't think you heard this one, but this is a shocker. You know, they always say the Democrats will win the Hispanic vote, but we've been creeping up rather rapidly. And Rasmussen is one of the most respected polls. I mean, Republicans would get 4, 5, 6, 9, 10%. They just came out with a poll. 62% for Trump. Think of that. Think of that. And 34% for Kamala. I don't usually use her last name because nobody knows who I'm talking about. I go, Harris, Harris. They say, who's Harris? It's happening all the time. Who's Harris? And we can't find out who she is, because if we do, our country is going to be in big trouble. We will live in a very beautiful city or town that are safe and clean, with borders that are sealed and secure. And again, we want people to come into our country. We all want that. We need that. But you know what? We want them to come in legally. They're going to come in legally and love for our country. And America will once again be strong and confident and free. And we're going to have that. We're going to have it strong, confident, and free. That's why I'm here today. You know, I could right now be having a beautiful life. I don't have to be here. I could be on a gorgeous beach someplace. I have such nice property. I could be in Monte Carlo, as an example, but I'd rather be in Butler with you. I would rather. I'd rather be in Butler. And I think JD would rather be in Butler, JD.
Right.
Now, I'd rather be here, because we're doing something. You know, they got a lot of rich guys that go, nobody cares about them. I had one about a month ago, very, very rich guy, and he called me up. He said, President, I've known him for a long time. I don't say how long because I don't want my wife to hear that number. It's a long time. But he's very successful, and he said to me, sir, could you do me a favor? The guy's worth billions of dollars. He said, could you do me a favor? I can't get into a restaurant. Do you think you could call them to get me in? And I said, what the hell is the good of being rich if you can't get into a restaurant, right? And I called the maitre d'. Hi, I'm a little embarrassed. Hi, this is Donald Trump. I recognize your voice. So would you do me a favor? A friend of mine is online about a mile back. This is a very successful restaurant. And he's got his wife. I described the wife. Could you possibly go get them? Could you go get them and bring them in? And he did. And my friend called me up the next day. He said, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, doctor, please. Doctor in the house. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, doctor.
Hopefully they're okay.
Yeah, thank you. Take your time, doctor, please. We got plenty of time, right? We got a lot of
people
time.
are pointing and shit, man. God. My heart dropped for a second. Hopefully they're okay, but geez, I thought something else was going on. Didn't need to relive what we relived last time we were here live.
You doing okay? Take your time. We've got to protect our people, right? Take your time.
Exactly right. We got all the time in the world, brother. Ain't no rush. When you rush things, it tends to go south. Make sure they're okay. Yeah, deep. No, seriously.
It's all right, doctor. Go ahead.
Got a little bit of
That's
anxiety
all right.
doing this live stream.
That's all right. People come out 2-3 days ago, and then they get it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. We appreciate. Everybody appreciates it. Yep. Take your time. That's great. That's great. Do we have the greatest people in the world? We have the greatest people in the world. First responders, thank you very much.
They're passing out waters in the back. I do not believe Donald Trump wears an earpiece, but I wouldn't be surprised if he has a vest on right now. He's had one in the past. I keep looking at his collar keeps popping a little bit. I got goosebumps.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. This ain't happening at Kamala's events. No way. They don't even know the Star Spangled Banner. Aaron says over on Rumble, good thing I have a Kleenex box sitting next to me. So does Shib after seeing Laura Trump's legs.
Thank you, Doctor. Great job. Thank you very much. Thank you, fellas. Thank you, first responders. Thank you very much. People are here for a long time, and we appreciate it very much. And so sometimes that happens. A lot of times that happens, actually. But she'll be great. You watch. So 12 weeks ago, we all took a bullet for America, and all we are all asking is that everyone goes out and votes. We got to win. We can't let this happen to our country. We can't take another 4 years like this. We won't have a country left. We're not going to have a country left. And all of this will be for nothing if you don't get out and vote. It will all be for nothing. We will have talked about it, and if we do it, it'll be the greatest achievement, I think, in the history of politics for all of us for this age. Because we're going to change our country around and fast. We're going to do things that nobody thought were possible. We're going to do them fast. So Pennsylvania, it's time to stand up for America and a time to save our country. This is really about saving our country. It's never been like this. When you look at the crime, look at the crime. Look at the people that are coming in, murderers. 13,099 murders let in over the last short period of time. Murderers that have been released from penitentiaries, prisons, jails, released into our country. Crime rates all over the world are down. They're taking their gang members and their criminals, they're taking their people in jail, and they're releasing them into our country. We can't have it. You know, we just can't have it. How do you get more simple than that? They're releasing murderers, they're releasing drug dealers, they're releasing gang members and criminals, human traffickers. Mostly they traffic in women.
Yep.
And they're releasing them all into our country, and they're emptying their jails, and their crime rates in Venezuela are way down because, you know, but it's not only in South America, it's all over the world, in Africa, the Congo. A lot of people coming out of the Congo in Africa. They're coming out from Asia. They're coming out from the Middle East, Yemen. They're coming out from Yemen. A lot of people coming out of Yemen. And they're known terrorists, and they just release them into our country from countries unknown also. They know nothing about the people. Oh, go right in.
It's true.
These people are crazy. And we have to win. We'll stop it immediately, and we will, look, it will be a big deportation. We're going to deport these people. We're going to get them out of our country immediately, or we won't have a country. And if we win Pennsylvania, we will win the whole thing. The whole thing will be won. So for the sake of our families, for the sake of our children, we will keep on going. And as the expression goes, I mean, I'm a little embarrassed to say it, to be honest with you, but I'm going to say it because a lot of people do say it. We will fight, fight, fight. We're going to fight for our country. We're going to fight for our country. And together we will save this country, we will restore the republic, and America's future will be bigger, better, bolder, brighter, happier, stronger, freer and greater, and more united than ever before. Our country will be united. You'll watch, you'll watch. You know, we had the most successful country ever, maybe in the world during my term. We had the greatest economy that we've ever had. And you know what was happening? We were uniting. The other side, radical left people were coming over. They wanted to meet. They were coming over. Women, men. If you look at population, our black population, our Hispanic population, our Asian population, everybody was doing better. People that went to the best schools and best colleges in the world got the highest marks, and people that couldn't get a high school degree, everybody was doing better, and our country was coming together. And then we got hit with COVID, a gift from China. Some people would call it the China virus. And we did a great job on that, too. We did a great job, but the world was disturbed. $60 trillion in damage worldwide, millions and millions of, tens of millions of people killed. And we still, during this 4-year period, we had the greatest economy, one of the great countries of the world. And we left with a stock market that was higher than it was just prior to COVID coming in. So what we did was something really incredible. But we had the greatest, most successful country ever. We had the greatest economy in our history, and we're going to do it again, and maybe even better. We learned a lot. We learned a lot about people and about doing things and what works and what doesn't work, and we're going to do it, and it's going to be quick. It's going to be quick. And we're going to have safe cities, and we're going to have great cities again, and we're going to have a capital in Washington, D.C., which is right now crime-ridden. You leave from the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, you go drive down to Washington, D.C., and you drive down, and you end up getting murdered, you end up getting hurt, you get mugged. We are going to straighten out Washington, D.C. We're going to make it again the most beautiful capital in the world. We're not going to have graffiti. We're not going to have graffiti on our marble columns. We're not going to have roads that have potholes all over them and medians that are falling into the highways. We're going to run it properly. We're going to change it. We're going to run it properly. It's an embarrassment to us. Can you imagine foreign leaders coming in and running over roads that haven't been paved in years? We're honored to be joined tonight by one of the people who is going to help us build this incredible future. And he is a truly incredible guy. And I don't say that often. He's a great gentleman. He's done such an unbelievable job for North Carolina, for Georgia, for Alabama, for Florida, for Tennessee. His name is Elon Musk. He saved free speech. He created so many different great things. Where is he? Come on up here, Elon. He created the first major American car company in generations, and his rocket company is the only reason we can now send American astronauts into space. Come here. Take over, Elon. Yes, take over.
Hi, everyone.
Wow, here he is. Look at that hat, huh?
As you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark MAGA. Well, first of all, I want to say what an honor it is to be here. And, you know, the true test of someone's character is how they behave under fire. And we had one president who couldn't climb a flight of stairs, and another who was fist pumping after getting shot.
There you go.
Fight, fight, fight.
There you go.
Blood coming down the face. Now, America is the home of the brave. And there's no truer test than courage under fire. So who do you want representing America? Yeah, absolutely. And I think this election, I think it's the most important election of our lifetime. This is no ordinary election. The other side wants to take away your freedom of speech. They want to take away your right to bear arms. They want to take away your right to vote effectively. You've got 14 states now that don't require voter ID. California, where I used to live, is just passed a law banning voter ID for voting.
There you go. There you go. Thank you, Elon. Thank you. My state sucks.
I still can't believe that's real. So, how are you supposed to have a good, proper election if there's no ID? It's just meaningless.
Yes.
And free speech. Free speech is the bedrock of democracy. And if people don't know what's going on, if they don't know the truth, how can you make an informed vote? You must have free speech in order to have democracy. That's why it's the First Amendment. And the Second Amendment is there to ensure that we have the First Amendment.
Sounds like my logo. Sounds like the Bald Bradshaw logo. The mic and the gun. The first
President
and second.
Trump must win to preserve the Constitution. He must win to preserve democracy in America. Yes. This is a must-win situation. Must win. So I have one ask for everyone in the audience, everyone who watches this video, everyone in the live stream. There's one request. It's very important. Register to vote. Okay? And get everyone you know and everyone you don't know, drag them to register to vote. There's only 2 days left to register to vote in Georgia and Arizona. 48 hours. Like, text people now. Now.
I didn't know there was
and
only
then
48
make
hours
sure
left.
they actually do vote. If they don't, this will be the last election. That's my prediction.
Whoa.
Nothing's more important. Nothing's more important. So
Wow.
Get everyone you know. Everyone. So I'm speaking to people out there. Everyone in the crowd, I think, is already convinced. But for people out there that are watching the video, watching the live stream, you need to get everyone you know, at work, your friends, family, text groups, your social media, everything. Get them to register to vote right now. Only 2 days left for Georgia and Arizona. Only a couple weeks left in Pennsylvania. And if they're not registered to vote, it doesn't matter at that point. Register to vote. I'm being repetitive for a reason, okay? So nothing is more important. And a lot of people think maybe their vote doesn't count. Well, it does, okay? It does. It matters. And this election could be decided by 1,000 votes, 500 votes. A tiny margin. So get everyone you know to register to vote. I believe that's swapthevote.com. I believe that's the site. And double check that your registration is good. Don't take it for granted. I'm just being repetitive about this point because it is the one takeaway, more than anything, that will matter is getting those registrations and then getting everyone you know to actually vote. That is what will decide this election, especially in Pennsylvania. So thank you, and honestly, you want to just be a pest. Just be a pest to everyone you know, people on the street, everywhere. Vote, vote, vote. Fight, fight, fight. Vote, vote, vote. Thank you.
Nice. Nice. I need that man to clean up the budget. I need Elon to clean up the freaking wasteful spending.
What a great guy. And he'd rather be making rocket ships because he'd
Put
really
me on that
rather
committee.
do
I'll tell you what, I'll clean it up
Nobody
too.
better. I think he's got 90% of the rockets that go up. But Elon, thank you very much. Incredible. Incredible. What he says is true. What he says is true. You know, we're all having fun here tonight, but if we don't register and if we don't vote, we're just going to look upon this as another sort of nice day in our life, but it won't even be a nice day. We're going to look back and we're going to say, wow, it's a lot of time, a lot of effort. We got to win. If we don't win, it's, as he said, it's just not important. We have to save our country, so you have to get out and vote. You got to get out and vote. You got to get your friends and vote because, you know, they play a lot of tricks, this particular other side. Elon's a very nice guy. He doesn't want to say it, but they play a lot of tricks. We can't let it happen. We can't let it happen again. We can't let it happen. And one thing, they showed us how bad they are. They showed us how bad a job they do. So that's one thing we got from this 4 years. They've done the worst job. That's the worst president in the history of our country. It's the worst vice president in the history of our country. And if you watched over the last couple of days, they are doing, this is a Katrina for them. This is one of the worst. They say it's the worst job ever done on helping people through the ravages of a hurricane.
I think so.
She's out there campaigning in San Francisco, a place that she ruined. Okay, she ruined San Francisco. She ruined. Think of this. She ruined San Francisco.
We'll be live for the election night, guys.
Worst DA,
we'll be live.
And she ruined the state of California, and now she wants to ruin the United States of America. We can't let her do it. So I called Elon to tell him that they needed Starlink as an example. They couldn't get Starlink. I didn't know what Starlink was, I must tell you. Elon, I'm so embarrassed. I didn't know what the hell Starlink was. He loves Starlink. He can tell you every little screw that's needed, every wire. Me, I didn't know. But when I was in North Carolina and Georgia just the other day, yesterday to be exact, but they were saying we have tremendous communications, especially in North Carolina, and we have tremendous problems. We have no communication. The poles were ripped down, the wires were underwater, houses were destroyed, possibly 1,000 people, maybe more, will be, you know, there's 600 people missing. Missing is not good, because you know what missing means generally. That's really bad. And they had no communication. They had literally no communication with, they called it the mainland, because the water was so crazy. It was like they were in the middle of a lake, and they'd never seen anything like it. And they said, do you know somebody named Elon Musk? I said, yeah, I happen to know him a little bit. He just endorsed me, actually. Although he endorsed me a long time ago, but he still, to me, every day is a good endorsement from Elon. Nobody's smarter than Elon. And they said, could you do us a favor? Could you help us? We're trying to get Starlink, and it's very hard to get. Most people say you can't even get it. I called up Elon. I said, North Carolina's in big trouble. Georgia's in big trouble. They need communication. They have none because their poles have been knocked down and their wires are underwater and even dangerously underwater, but they have no communication. Elon, could you do something about Starlink, whatever the hell that is, Elon? Whatever Starlink, that's all they want to hear is Starlink. And an amazing thing happened. I got a call from one of the top people in North Carolina. I got a call from another great person in Georgia. And I wasn't finished with my phone call yet. And they got word that Starlink would be delivered to the States. I said, no. And I said, what the hell is he? What kind of a system is that? Normally you'd have to hang up and he'd go and call people. He did it during the phone call. What kind of a system do you have? That's why he's a very advanced person. But I want to thank you, Elon, because I got it. And I said, how does it work? 2 days later, how does it work? They said, much better than the wires. So now I'm saying, why the hell aren't they? You're going to come out very well anyway. And you know, he also said, you don't have to pay me. You pay me someday when you get the money back. You don't have to pay me.
Wow.
He wanted nothing. He's a great guy. Thank you, Elon, for being here. Thank you very much. Great honor. Great honor.
Biden didn't do that shit. Biden didn't do anything. Neither did Harris. But she's going to help everybody.
Thank you, Elon. And that's heartfelt. I can't even see the end. That's a lot of people here today. We're also joined by a great gentleman, a top, brilliant student. He went to a tremendous college and he graduated like right at the top of his class. In 2 years, I didn't know you could do that. It's 4-year college. Then he went to the military. Then he came out and he did fantastically inside the military. Then he came out, he went to Yale. Without the benefit of family ties. You know what that means, right? Without the benefit. That's pretty good without family ties. I don't know too many of those people. They had no family ties. He got in. He can't get in. And he graduated along with his wife. They're not going to have any problems with your kids academically, I can tell you. His wife and him were like the top students in the class. But he went to Yale Law School, and then he went out into the private sector, did great. Then he ran for the Senate, and he did fantastically. He won. And he's like a rocket ship. He's like one of Elon's rocket ships, the way his career is going. But you see why, because he's a really brilliant guy. And you saw that the other night in the debate, right? You saw that the other night in the debate. You know the expression they have? If that were a fight, they would have stopped it, right? So I just want to thank JD. I was always confident in that pick. And we had great people too, JD. We have every one of those guys were great. Every one of them would have done a great job. It was amazing. But we appreciate the job you're doing. And he's also very energetic. And he'll go on anywhere. He'll go on MSDNC. I say, oh, he's on that. He'll go on CNN. It's like he has no problem. He swats them like this. He has no problem. No, it's true. You know, other people say, sir, I'd rather not do that one. I'd rather not do that one, sir. I'd rather not do them because they are, you know, very. With him, he doesn't care. He says, they're not going to outsmart me. So I want to thank JD. You've done a great job. Thank you very much. Amazing. Great. We have a lot of senators and a lot of people from Congress. I'm going to introduce a few of them that are really outstanding, and they are warriors and they're great patriots. Senator Eric Schmidt. Where's Eric Schmidt? He's around here someplace. Nice, tall, handsome guy. Thank you, Eric. What a great job you've done. He helps us so much with the Senate, and we've got a great Senate. We have to get couple of more senators elected. I think it's going to happen, too. I think it's going to happen. We have members of Congress here. Dan Muser. Dan, where's Dan? Great job. Real warrior. These are warriors. Guy Reschenthaler. That's the hardest name in the Senate to pronounce, but I've learned how to pronounce it. Guy, thank you very much. Great. Where's Guy? Guy, thank you very much, Guy. Glenn G.T. Thompson. Fantastic guy. Thanks, Glenn. Great job. John Joyce. Thank you, John. Great. Corey Mills, he's out there fighting too. He's out there. He is out there in North Carolina, Georgia. He's out there helping people. Mike Waltz, who's a tremendous national security asset. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Okay, and a man who was my doctor. I got to know him as a doctor in the White House, right? And then before that, he was actually an admiral, and then he went to the White House. He was a great admiral. He was a great doctor. And I love him for one reason. They asked him in the White House, the press, the fake news media said, who is the most? He was the doctor for Obama, Bush, and Trump. That's pretty good, right? White House doctor for the three of us. He said, the press, who is the healthiest of the three? He said, definitely it's Donald Trump. There's not even a contest. And I love that guy. When he said that, JD, when he said that, I said, I like this guy. So then he said, you know, sir, he was leaving the White House. He said, you know, I'd love to run for Congress. And he ran against 28 people. They were all running for the Republican primary because whoever won that primary is going to win. I think it's a Trump plus 48. Whoever wins gets 48 point start. And not only did he win, he won easily. And now he's one of the most popular people in Congress and one of the most talented, maybe more importantly. Ronnie Jackson. Ronnie? Where's Ronnie? Where is he? Oh, good. Thank you, Ronnie. And you got a lot of talent surrounding you there. I think it's very important also. We're here for a reason, and that's to win and to honor Corey. But Corey wants us to win too. And there's a man in the audience that's been very much a career path, a little bit like JD, great student, great talented student, and fantastic in the military. Then went out to be a tremendous success, one of the most successful people on Wall Street, actually. And he's tough and he's smart, and he's going to make sure you always have fracking in Pennsylvania. And he's going to make sure you have many other things other than fracking. You have a senator that now does nothing. He does nothing. And he doesn't fight for you. He votes with Biden, if you can believe it, like 100% of the time. But this guy, and you know, we're lucky that he does it. I don't know. He might not have done it if he had it to do again. I don't know. But I think he's just one of the most outstanding people anywhere in the country to run for office. And we're lucky that he's doing it, and he's got a real shot. He's doing very well in the polls. It's hard to beat somebody that's been there a long time, but this is somebody that's been there a long time and did nothing. He did nothing. And his name is David McCormick, and he's great, and I hope he's going to be your next senator. And I see somebody else I didn't know he was here. Mike Kelly. I see Mike Kelly there. Stand up. Oh, boy, am I lucky. Am I lucky I spotted him. If I didn't spot you, Mike, I was in big trouble, right? This is a man who's beloved in this state, and he's fantastic. So thank you, Mike. Thank you. We also have some terrific people from law enforcement. Butler County Sheriff Mike Sloop. Thank you, Mike. Great job. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for your help, too. I could tell you. Thank you for your help. I can say that. Thank you very much. Butler County Commissioner Leslie Oshie. Leslie, thank you. Thank you, Leslie. Great job. RNC Chairman Michael Whatley. This guy is doing a great job. He's doing great. Came from North Carolina. We won North Carolina. He kept their cheating down to a minimum, and we were able to win it, and we were solid all night long. And he's great, but if we don't have good results by the 6th of November, I will never say that about him again. No, he's a great guy. He's working very hard. 24 hours a day he's working, I know that. And he's working mostly on Stop the Steal, because we have a lot of votes. We have plenty of votes. Stop the Steal. That's why you've got to get out. You've got to get out and vote. We're going to win this thing. And the more we win it, you know, it's too big to rig. You know the expression we use, make it too big to rig. You know, at a certain point, Elon would understand this better than anybody statistically. At a certain point, their cheating doesn't matter. And we want to make it too big to rig. And we also have somebody that's very special, the co-chair of the Republican Party, Lara Trump. Thank you. Lara, thanks. And, you know, oftentimes with families, they say, oh, you know, why did you put that one in or this one in, and all the different people. So many people have problems with that. In her case, everyone said, how the hell did you get her to do it? She has been unbelievable, so thank you very much. Comes from North Carolina, and I have a feeling she's going to be spending some time down there a little bit. And she's married to my wonderful son, Eric, who's right here. So, Eric, please stand up. He's a great guy. Eric has a distinction. He has gotten more subpoenas than any man in the history of our country by about 10 times. Every day Congress would meet, they'd send him a subpoena. What is it about? They have no idea. But I think he's got the all-time record, and he's handled it all beautifully. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. A friend of mine, a great, great businessman, one of the most respected people, and he made a big, big contribution yesterday to Georgia and a big contribution to North Carolina. Steve Witkoff is here. Hi, Steve. Thanks. And another man who's one of the greatest businessmen in the country, he actually said that if Trump doesn't win, this country is going to go into a massive depression. Well, I don't know about that, but he has been a very good predictor, I will say that. And truly one of the greats, one of the great pickers, picker meaning stocks. He knows what he's doing, and highly respected by everybody. John Paulson. Thank you, John. Great. Great guy. Now, we have so many others, and I won't do it because we have to really get out of here before it gets too cold for people. But I love it much better because there's one teleprompter. Not that I use the teleprompters too much. Isn't it nice to have a president that doesn't need a teleprompter? No, we don't need it. But this one was right smack in the sun. Great job back there, fellas. They said the teleprompters are working fine. Well, thank goodness. Did you see what happened the other day with the teleprompter with her? That was not a pretty sight. The teleprompter went off and she went off too. She didn't know what the hell happened. And you know, teleprompters are very dangerous because they go off a lot. You have to be prepared for them to go off cold blank. You'll have 100,000 people. You have 75,000 people. You have this. And if the teleprompter goes off, you got to be able to move. She did not move well. This was not a good situation. But three more heroes from July 13th who rendered first aid to Corey incredibly. Dr. Jim Sweetland. Rico Elmore, who was unbelievable. Rico, you were unbelievable. He ran over, National Guard, he ran over and grabbed Corey, and Corey was still living, and he was doing mouth-to-mouth resuscitation on a man who was really in bad shape like nobody's ever seen, and his family appreciates it, and I do too. So thank you, Rico, very much. Right? Amazing, amazing, amazing the people that we have. And you learn about them under times like this. That's when you really learn. So we're going to be seeing Rico again. And Ed Shear, fantastic job. Thank you, Ed. We appreciate it. Thank you, Ed. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ed. Great job. In addition, this evening we have to send our prayers and support to all the families affected by Hurricane Helene. This has been the worst hurricane response by a president and vice president since Katrina, and this is simply not acceptable. Those people, I was there yesterday with North Carolina and Georgia, and I'll tell you, and by the way, the governor of Georgia is doing an excellent job, but we have other people that aren't doing a good job, and we have to have them do a good job, but the federal government is doing a very bad job. They are not doing the job, and we have death and destruction that we haven't seen maybe ever. It's a real bad one, and they have to get people there because they don't have people there. They don't have the people. Kamala wined and dined in San Francisco, and all of the people in North Carolina, no helicopters, no rescue. It's just what's happened there is very bad. They're offering them $750 to people whose homes have been washed away. And yet we send tens of billions of dollars to foreign countries that most people have never heard of. They're offering them $750. They've been destroyed. These people have been destroyed. The one young lady washed You saw that with her son. I mean, pretty. I wish I never saw it, but just washed away. Your son was washed away with the grandparents, and so sad. And they're giving him $750. And think of it, we give foreign countries hundreds of billions of dollars, and we're handing North Carolina $750. If you want a president who won't even try to save you when the floodwaters are rising, vote for Kamala. She's not the right person. Look, you know what? If they did a good job, I wouldn't have run. To be honest with you, I didn't need to do this. I didn't need to. If I thought they were doing an even modestly good job, I wouldn't have run. But I saw right from the beginning, grossly incompetent, and I was right about that, and I decided to run, and we're doing really well. I was telling you about polls. We're way up in some polls. We're up in other polls. And with the swing states, I think most of them have us up in every single swing state, including the great commonwealth of a place called Pennsylvania. And don't ever not call it a commonwealth, because I've seen people call it a state, and that's the end of them. That's practically the end of their political career. You got to be very careful. It was not a pretty picture. If you want a president who will stop at nothing to protect you and your family, I hope you're going to vote for a gentleman named Donald J. Trump. Have you heard of him? Together we will rebuild Western North Carolina, rural Georgia, and every other state that's been so badly affected. That includes Alabama. Virginia was very hit hard. South Carolina was hit very hard. Florida. So many states. Tennessee was hit really hard. They were all hit, and we're going to work with them. And, you know, the next president is going to be the one that really, once they got to get this done. But once that happens, the next president is going to be the one that has to really help him. And JD will be there to help him. I know that. 2024 is the most important election in the history of our country. And here are the facts. My opponent, Kamala Harris, is the most incompetent and far-left nominee ever to run for president. You know, she's much further left than crazy Bernie Sanders. You know that. She wants to open borders. She took the most secure border in U.S. history and turned it into the worst border in the history of the world. Remember, she was appointed border czar. She says she wasn't now after 3 years, but she was. But whether she was or not, she was in charge of the border. And the other day I saw her get up and say, we will do this, we will do that. Why didn't they do it 4 years ago? Why didn't they do it? The damage is so bad, and so it's been done. She let in 21 million illegal aliens from all over the world, from prisons and jails and mental institutions and insane asylums, and they're terrorists at record levels, at levels we've never seen before. She cost you $29,000 a family through inflation price hikes. And now she wants a larger tax hike, and she wants to go the largest tax hike in American history. There's never been a tax hike like what she's proposing. She's going to raise your taxes a minimum of $3,000. She's a big taxer, and she was the original creator of Defund the Police. I think for all the sheriffs over here, if you're a partner in Defund the Police for even 2 days, you cannot be president. But she was one of the founders of Defund the Police, and she still believes that, by the way. I don't know how anybody could, but she still believes that. And if she ever had a chance, there's a good possibility she'd go back to it. Can you imagine? Somebody's robbing our house. Well, there's nothing we can do about it. That's what they say. There's nothing. You know, they tried it. And you know where they tried it? In Minnesota with our vice president. And it wasn't working out too well. It was working out very well for the robbers and the criminals. That's the only one it was working out well for. Kamala Harris vowed to abolish ICE. She wants mass amnesty and citizenship for illegals. And worst of all, she lost, and this is maybe the worst thing in the whole, that nobody talks, the fake news won't mention it. She lost more than 325,000 migrant children that are now dead in slavery or just plain missing, probably never to be seen again, never to see their parents again. But this isn't like, this is 325,000 have been lost. She praised the idea of a 70% to an 80% tax rate. She imposed a natural gas export ban on Pennsylvania, which is killing your energy workers and your pricing. You know, you have one of the highest energy costs in the country, and yet you're sitting on top of a massive amount of energy that she doesn't want to get. It's been a disaster for your state, and now she's vowed repeatedly. Now, all of a sudden, she changed her mind. But when, you know, with politicians, it's always the first statement that comes out to be the one they want. So she spent 14 years knocking fracking. We're never going to have fracking. We're not going to frack. All of a sudden, a little while ago, she came out, I love fracking very much. No, she'll go back to it. And she even endorsed free sex changes for illegal aliens in detention at taxpayer expense. I don't think Elon likes that idea. These are not ideas that Elon Musk likes too much. And it was just announced yesterday in California, and she took this one from me. I'm so upset. But think of it, that the far less than average governor, Gavin Newsom, has banned any and all ID requirements from voting and registering to vote. You're not even allowed to mention the fact, Elon, you're not allowed to mention the fact. You can't say, may I see your ID? If you do, it's a criminal act. This is a takeover of the country. You're not allowed to ask for an ID. If you do, it's a criminal count. Other Democrat states are following. This is only so they can cheat. There's only one thing that you do this for, so that you can cheat on elections. There's no other conceivable reason. Kamala Harris is a radical left Marxist. She is a woman that's not respected in Congress. She was laughed at Congress. Nobody thought she could win. You know, they did a coup. Whether you like him or not, I'm not a particularly big fan, but we had a debate, and the debate ended, and all of a sudden they come to him and they say, we want you out. You're not going to win the election. And he said, I don't want to get out. He got 14 million votes. If you believe in democracy or a system, he got 14 million votes, and she got none. She was the first one out, 22 candidates, and she never made it to Iowa. She quit before Iowa, and now she's running, and that's okay. But, you know, we spent $150 million beating Biden, and as soon as he was down and out for the count, they said, let's take him out. We'll give somebody else to run. Never happened before. We do a lot of firsts, I will tell you. We do a lot of firsts. But she's a person that rated even worse in every statistic than any other senator. She was rated at the bottom of the U.S. Senate. She's destroyed everything she touched. But the good news is that we have a plan to fix it. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix it fast. Nobody is going to stand for open borders. Nobody is going to stand for a bad military. Nobody is going to stand for education that's not proper. We're moving education back to the states. You're going to be running your own education. So we have, you know, in education, so important is what's more important than education, but we rank at the bottom of every list. They rank 40 major countries. We're at the bottom. But we're top of the list as the cost per pupil. We spend more per pupil, per student, than any other country anywhere in the world. So we're number one in that, and we're number 38, 39, or 40 every single time. And you have Denmark, you have Sweden, you have Norway, you have China. It's always a top five. Can you believe it? China's a top five. That's amazing. But we're going to move our education back to the states. So places like Indiana and Iowa and Idaho and states that you don't even hear too much of because they're so good and so well run, they're going to run their own education. And you know what's going to come out of that? A Denmark, a Norway, a Sweden, maybe, I don't even know, China. Can you imagine China with 1.4 billion people is a top five, and we're close to 40. We are 40 sometimes. Starting on day one, I will seal the border and stop the migrant invasion into our country. We will begin the largest deportation operation in the history of the United States. Dwight Eisenhower right now has that record. It's not, and by the way, it's not something I want to do. I dread having to do it, but we have no choice. What they've done to our country is not even believable, especially the criminals, the criminal element that's in our country. And again, all over the world, crime rates are down because they've taken their criminals and they've dumped them into the United States. And you know what? I would have been worse than them. I would have had it done even faster. They've dumped them into the United States of America, and that's what we have. And it's dangerous out there. We're getting them out. We're getting them out quickly. And we will defeat inflation, and we will make America affordable again. And it's going to start with liquid gold. We have more liquid gold, oil and gas under our feet than any nation in the world, including Saudi Arabia and Russia. We will become energy independent like we were just 4 years ago. You know, 4 years ago, we were energy independent. Can you believe it? And then we were going to become energy dominant. We will be dominant within a matter of months, and we will make so much money. We are going to drill, baby, drill.
Love that. Love that.
And we will again open Anwar.
much oil.
Ronald Reagan tried to do it. Every single president from before Reagan tried to do it, and I got it done. Anwar is the largest drilling site anywhere in the world. It could be larger than Saudi Arabia, could be larger than Russia. It's in Alaska. And I got it done, and we worked to get it done. And one of the first things he did was terminate Anwar. And that was going to take care of all of Asia. That was going to make us so much money. We would have paid off debt. You would have gotten, I gave you the biggest tax reduction in history. You would have gotten even a bigger one. You were going to be just very happy. You were going to say, I like that guy very much. 20 million Americans are behind on their electric bills right now. It was just announced. 20 million Americans, they're struggling to pay their monthly bills at a record rate. There's never been anything like it. And it's all because of their anti-U.S. energy regime, which has caused Pennsylvania electricity prices to raise almost 50%. We will cut energy and electricity prices in half within 12 months. We will have your energy prices, your air conditioning, heating, cars if you buy a Tesla, which is good. Which good. We will have your energy prices cut in half. It'll be cut in half within a period of 1 year from January 20th, which is the day we take office. And that's going to save you a lot of money. And that's going to, in turn, bring down the prices of everything. Because, you know, more than anything else, people tell me about the groceries. The groceries are groceries. They use the... And what they're talking about is food. Everything's going to be coming down when we do that. We're also going to get your interest rates way down. We will bring automobile manufacturing back to the United States at levels never seen before, and we will turn the United States into a manufacturing superpower again. It hasn't been there in many, many years. We had it started 4 years ago. The centerpiece of my plan for a manufacturing renaissance will be a 15% made in America corporate tax rate. In other words, if you make your product in the United States, you get a rate. So I cut it from 39% to 21%. Everyone said that was impossible. I got it done, and we had the best boom we've ever had. We did more revenue when we had it at 21 than when it was at 39. Think of it, much more. The following year, we did much more. And then I'm going to take it from 21 to 15, which will make us the most competitive country in the world. Nobody will be able to compete with us. But that 15 rate only goes for those who make their product in America. They have to make their product here, otherwise they pay 21. And we will protect those companies moving into America and all of our existing companies with stiff tariffs placed on companies that don't move in. If they don't come in, if they don't want to make their product here, that's fine, but they're going to be tariffed. We have to protect our companies, and that's what we're going to do. The only way they can get out of paying those tariffs is to build their plants and factories in America. We may even be able to get Elon to build some of them. I think we will. And hire American workers for the job. We're going to hire American workers for the job. We will pass the Reciprocal Trade Act. If China or any other country charges us 100 or 200% tax, then we will likewise charge them a 100 or 200% tax. We had a lot of problems on that one with the Senate, and we're going to get that done. Think of it. They charge us, and we don't charge them. Now they charge us, we're going to charge them the same thing. Reciprocal. It's reciprocal. I will not let Mexico, China, or any other country sell cars into the United States to the detriment of our auto workers who will do better than they have ever done. We're going to bring back the car business like it was 50, 60, and 70 years ago. Everyone's going to want to be back here. And I will not approve Japan buying U.S. steel 70 years ago, the greatest company anywhere in the world. It was the greatest company anywhere in the world, and now we have Japan buying U.S. steel. I don't like that. We will deliver massive tax cuts for workers, and we will have a policy that I think is so great. No tax on tips. No tax on overtime. And no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. No tax. And you know, when you think of it, our seniors were hurt so badly. Inflation has killed our seniors. You know, they have a fixed income, and it just got worse and worse every week, every month. It's gotten worse and worse, and it's just horrible. And they haven't gone down. They've only gone up. Prices have still only gone up. And while working Americans catch up, we're going to put a temporary cap on the credit card interest rates at 10%. People are paying 28% interest, 25% interest. I will always protect Social Security and Medicare with no cuts. We're not going to do anything with Social Security, but they're going to destroy Social Security because all of the migrants coming in are going on between Medicare, Social Security, other programs, and nobody is able to afford it. I will settle the war in Ukraine. I will end the chaos in the Middle East, and I will prevent, I promise you, World War III. We're not going to have World War III. And right now, we're very close to having it. We will lead the world in space exploration. Thank you, Elon. We will lead the world in military, and we will reach Mars before the end of my term. Elon promised me he was going to do that. I don't know. Can you do that? Stand up. Can we do that? He wants to reach. I think he's going to do it. JD, work on him. Work on him. Work on him. JD is working on Elon. Now, he told me that we're going to win, and he's going to reach Mars by the end of our term, which is a big thing. Before China, before anybody, right? And my money's on that guy right there. We will rebuild our cities, including Washington, D.C., making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. And we will keep the U.S. dollar as the world's reserve currency. It's losing right now. It's losing right now, but I'll be able to do it. Other people won't. I'll tell these countries as they leave us I say, you want to do business in the United States? You're going back into the reserve currency. And if you don't, we're going to charge you a big, fat, beautiful tax to do business in the United States. And they're going to say, I want to go back into the U.S. reserve currency. No, we're going to save it. But these people aren't going to save it. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to think. Together, we will deliver low taxes, low regulations, low energy costs, low interest rates, and low inflation so that everyone can afford groceries, a beautiful car, and a home. Very basic. It's very basic. We will stop the invasion, end migrant crime, strengthen our military, build a missile defense shield around our country, keep critical race theory and transgender insanity. We're going to keep it the hell out of our school. We're going to keep that insanity out of our school. And as I said, we will keep men out of women's sports. So demeaning to women. You saw that in the Olympics. They have female boxing, women's boxing, and a young lady from Italy, very good boxer, very, very good. She was all excited, but she played a person who transitioned. A male transitioned to a female. And the young girl from Italy, beautiful young woman. I'm not allowed to say that anymore politically, but I'll say it. She was a beautiful young woman. If you say that, that's the end of your career, right? But it's not. If it is, so be it, okay? We've got to get back to real life. But this beautiful young lady is out, and she gets, little jab, left jab. And she goes back, oh, my God, I've never been hit like that. This is just like a defensive. Then he goes, the corner saying, you can take her. You can. So they push her out. Boom, another one. And she says, that's enough. I can't do it. I can't take it. I've never seen anything like that. So we had two people that transitioned. Both people, shockingly, won the gold medal in their division. So it's crazy. And if you look at weightlifting contests, they're the best of all. For years and years and years they put an eighth of a pound on one side of the barbell, An eighth of a pound on the other, and they can't do it, and the record's standing for 18 years, they just can't do it. And then a guy comes along who never lifted before, and he puts 100 pounds on, and he goes like this, like it's nothing. It's so demeaning to women. We're not going to allow it to happen. It's ending. No men playing in women's sports. And we will defend the Second Amendment, protect religious liberty, restore free speech, and we will secure our elections. Everyone will prosper, every family will thrive, and every day will be filled with opportunity and hope. We need hope. We need the American dream back, don't we? We're going to have the American dream. We're going to have the American dream, so every kid in your family is going to grow up and say, I want to be like Elon Musk. I want to have 200 billion in cash. I'm going to be like Elon Musk. That's the American dream. But for that to happen, we must defeat Kamala Harris, and we must stop her country-destroying, radical left agenda once and for all. We cannot have it happen. So you must get out and you must vote. Here in this incredible Commonwealth, we stand on the shoulders of generations of Pennsylvania patriots who gave everything they could give, every single thing for their rights and for their freedom. Pennsylvania is where our founding fathers declared American independence and sounded the beautiful Liberty Bell. It's where the Army weathered its brutal winter at Valley Forge, where General George Washington led his men on a daring mission across the Delaware, and where generations of tough, strong, beautiful miners and steelworkers put Pennsylvania's spirit into every single thing they did. And from Gettysburg to Germantown and Philadelphia to Barron Hill, and from Brandywine to right here in Butler, this is the place where Pennsylvania patriots poured out their blood with the love of their country. They love their country so much. And so in honor of all those American heroes who came before us, we will press forward. We will push onward, and together we will win, win, win. We're going to win, win, win. Nothing will sway us, nothing will slow us, and no one will ever stop us, no matter what dangers come our way, no matter what obstacles we must face. We will keep striving toward our magnificent American future. We will not fail. We will not allow ourselves to fail. From this day forward, we will always put America first, and we will take back and save the United States. November 5th, Election Day, will be the most important day in the history of our country. And together with the great people of Pennsylvania, we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you, Pennsylvania. God bless you. God bless you, Pennsylvania.
Principessa, nella tua fredda stanza, guardati le stelle che tremano d'amore e di speranza. Ma il mio mistero è chiuso in me. Il nome mio nessun saprà, e donna sulla
Wow. Wow. Yo. Wow. That's amazing that that's not live. Like that's not recorded. That's live. Oh, here we go.
David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you?
Oh, this is beautiful.
Goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to a kitchen chair. She broke your throat. She cut your hand from your lips. She drew the hallelujah, 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 baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. I've seen your flag on the marble arch, and love is another victory march. It's cold and it's a broken hallelujah,
Yo, wow. Wow.
did my best, but it wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I told the truth, I didn't come to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I stand before the Lord I've sung with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Hell of a singer, dude.
USA! USA!
Dude, it's one of the best voices I've ever heard, like in my life. It's like some Andre Bocelli stuff, man. There's more? Damn.
Lord my God, when I often wonder, consider all the worlds thy hands have made. I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe display. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great
Wow, dude. I mean, my whole body's full of goosebumps right now. Wow.
Okay, you all know this one. Here we go. You're all joining in with me. Here we go.
Holy lordy.
God bless America. Let's hear it one more time for the 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Wow. Wow. That was a hell of a time, folks. If you're wondering how the hell I'm getting all this energy, you know how I'm getting the energy, baby. 1775coffee.com. Do you enjoy free speech that Rumble is protecting and fighting for? Well, our show is here on Rumble, folks, and Rumble is only possible thank you to you viewers supporting us. You saw what YouTube did. They took us down. They're silencing us. Rumble's platform, by purchasing products from Rumble, folks, you could support them. Most of you drink coffee every day, and we're a morning show, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time weekdays. That's why you have to try Rumble 1775 coffee. It's actually some of the best coffee ever, folks. So if you're curious what some of the stuff I was drinking, I got my thermos right here, and it's 1775 coffee. Let me tell you, that stuff is crispy, and it's good. And it's honestly some of the same price as the coffee you buy now. So you might as well just get it a way better deal here by getting good coffee. Rumble 1775coffee.com. It's free from chemicals, yet it's rich in flavor. This is because their beans are sourced from high-altitude farms in Bolivia. Hand-picked, roasted weekly at their facilities in Miami, and they deliver it fresh to your doorstep, folks. You don't have to go out of the house at all. And as believers in freedom, buying from Rumble helps fight back against the woke corporations like Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, and others. Join us by purchasing coffee. Join the revolution and brew rebellion with Rumble 775 coffee. Go to 1775coffee.com, use promo code STUDIO, and get a free month supply, you guys, of their cognitive boosting supplement, Limitless. Maybe send some to Joe Biden as well. When you buy 2 bags of their coffee, think about that, folks. You get a crazy deal here, and the supplement is worth more than the 2 bags of coffee. Go to 1775coffee.com and try it. They're amazing it. You're going to love it. Jerry buys it up. Jerry got the medium roast. I'm a dark roast guy myself, but check that out, folks. And wow, hell of a stream. Is this our longest stream? Almost 4 hours we've been here, hanging out with you fine people, you patriots, and hell of a way to end it with that type of singing. Am I not right? Well, folks, couldn't be more than happy to have you join us here on the stream. I'm going to go get some food. I'm sure all of you are hungry. We'll be back here Monday for our regular broadcast, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'll also try to upload a video tomorrow. Appreciate it, folks. Leave a comment down below. Check out all my videos. There's stuff being uploaded throughout the day. With that being said, God bless you, parrots. Parrots? Blah, blah, blah. I sound like Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi trying to fix my dentures. God bless you, patriots. Pray for Donald Trump. Pray for this country. And patriots, I'll see you next time here on The Will Brad Show.